Every game is important in the short season of COVID-19, but none more important than this one right here. Weslaco taking on the Harlingen Cardinals right here live at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Hello, everybody. Carlos Robledo along with Mike Gonzalez. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, Carlos. Looking forward to tonight's game.
Yes, we should have a good one tonight because the Harlingen Cardinals are in town, and every time they are here, it's always a good game. They are 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in zone play. And the Weslaco Panthers, after a victory last week against the Harlingen Cardinals, are 1-0 in zone play. So let's take a look at what happened last time the Harlingen Cardinals were here, which was 2 years ago, 2018. It was also a very important game. It seems like it always is when Weslaco and Harlingen play. Something is always on the line. This one was a by-district championship that was taking place between Harlingen and Weslaco in this contest. And it started off with Bobby Lackey, who was in town. He was there for the coin flip. You remember that game, Mike? When Bobby Lackey was there, they flipped the coin, and it was one of those games that kind of went down on the wire, you could say. It's always close, and there's the legend Bobby Lackey. Special teams definitely played a major role in this game. The Panthers leading 16-14 when they recovered a fumble right there, and then after that, Cavazos threw the ball to Isaac Villarreal, Jacob Cavazos, to make it 23-14 Panthers. Harlingen trying to rally late in that game, and that's when a sack took place in the end zone to seal the game, and the Panthers won a by-district championship by a final score of 25-14. That's the last time the Cardinals were here, and it seems like, Mike, every time that these two teams together, it's a very, very close game. Lots of good athletes on both sides. They match up very well, do these two teams.
No doubt about that, Carlos. It came down to special teams and defense in that game. The Panthers took advantage of some miscues there. 9 points off of the turnovers and off the miscues. Even blocked the field goal, Carlos, that's worth mentioning. And it actually helped the team get together. They played well in all three phases of the game on their way to the third round of the playoffs for the first time since 2007. But it was this huge win against the Harlingen Cardinals that started the run.
Yeah, you got to remember there's a lot of history between those two teams. Weslaco bounces from 31-6A to 32-6A. And when they go to that 32-6A, they'll match up with the Harlingen Cardinals. And when they're 31-6A, they usually match up against them in the playoffs where things usually look good for the Panthers.
And they've played each other in the playoffs 4 times. And something that the Weslaco Panthers can be proud of is that they've won 3 out of the 4 matches in the playoffs. Not many Valley programs can say that. That's something that they can kind of hold their hat on, something to be proud of, being down here in the Rio Grande Valley. You know, Harlingen Cardinals with all that tradition, you know, dominate most Valley schools, but at least the Weslaco Panthers can hang their hat on that.
Yeah, and why is this game so important? It's the game of the week. There's media here from taking a look at this game. They're going to have some highlights here. Well, let's take a look at why this game is important, because there's zone play implications that are on the line here. Right now, the Cardinals are 2-0 in zone play. Weslaco is 1-0, 0-2, Donna North, and then Harlingen South, they're 1-2. So they're going to play against you. Those 4 teams are in zone west. Let's take a look at zone east. On the other side, zone east, you will see that you have Hanna is 2-0, San Benito is 1-1, Los Fresnos 1-2. Rivera's only played 1 zone game so far. Mike, they are 0-1.
It's very simple. For the Harlingen Cardinals, you win tonight. You win the west side of the 32-6A standings of Weslaco Panthers. If they can win tonight, they'll be in great shape to capture the west side, which most people feel this is the game right here that will decide that side, the west side. However, on the east side, it's Brownsville-Hanna. Brownsville-Hanna have a game next week against Brownsville-Rivera. If Hanna can win that game, they will win the east side of 32-6A. And then there's a game tomorrow night, Carlos, at Sam Stadium between San Benito and Brownsville-Rivera. If San Benito can beat Brownsville-Rivera, then the 2 seedings will be decided in the east. Brownsville-Hanna will be number 1, and San Benito will be number 2.
Yeah, the Panthers have 2 more zone games. They got Harlingen and they got Donna North, and then they got to see what happens if they go 3-0. Then let's see what happens after that, because there's another level to this. They're playing in zones, and then there's a zone playoff. And so this is what happens. The West number 1, the zone playoff winner, will play against the East Zone winner, 1 versus 1, and they will play for the district championship, the 32-6A district championship. Both teams will qualify for the playoffs, and then you get West, the second place in the West versus the third place team in the East, and the same thing with the third place team in the West versus the second place team in the East, and those 2 games will determine the other 2 playoff teams that go to the playoffs. So you got 2, the district champion and then you got whoever loses that game, and then the winner of the other 2 games, and that is the way things shake out. So still, a lot of football to be played here in this COVID-19 era.
A lot of football to be played, Carlos, but it's also important to mention that in these UIL zone playoff games, they also decide on the coin toss on whether who's going to play home, who's going to play away. So just like we have it in the state playoffs every year, that a coin toss decides where they're going to play, same thing in this situation.
Well, I like Coach Stroman's, chances. Last year, 2 playoff games, they were both here. And all the games so far this year, 4 games that we're playing in this short season, all home games. So it's been very nice for the Weslaco Panthers. We'll see what happens. First, they have to make the zone playoffs, and then go from there. Then they flip the coin.
Just call heads.
You like heads?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's move on, and let's take a look at some of the players that we'll be watching tonight. The top guns for the Weslaco Panthers. These guys, you got to take a look at this offense and Rodney Garza. Through this 1 game versus Harlingen South, he's been right on the money. First year starting at quarterback, and look at the way he just fires his ball right to the receiver, and he likes to spread the ball around nicely as well here, flushed out of the pocket, but right there to Izzy de Leon for the catch. So he has looked good, or at least he did in that Harlingen South game. Then Jesse Hernandez also very good running with the football. As you can see, some huge holes. It was featured, or Jesse Hernandez was featured last week with an 88-yard run for a touchdown. They can pass the football very well. They can run with the football. Garza could also run with the ball as well, Mike. So there are 2-prong attack. It's not just, all passing or all running. A well-balanced attack for the Panthers this year.
About that, both players taking over some key positions that were lost last year to graduation with Ronnie Garza. Excellent job at the quarterback position. I loved his presence in the pocket. We saw the highlights here, how he was looking at different receivers. There was about 5 receivers that caught balls last year, so that shows that he likes to spread a ball around. I mean, that's considering there was no 7-on-7, Carlos, and then there wasn't really a training camp in August, 2-a-days. I mean, he looked outstanding in the pocket there. And what also impressed me, Carlos, is that there were times where he threw the ball to a spot and the receivers weren't even there yet. The receivers just kind of turned around. The ball was right there waiting for them. And I thought Ronnie did an excellent job there. And a strong arm, a very confident young man. And Jesse Hernandez, now the feature back. I know he played in his sophomore year and his junior year. He was injured last year, had over 100 yards, scored twice, even scored on a pass play from Ronnie Garza. And he's looking for a big year in his senior year, a big, strong young man. I mean, he may not be big like Payne Kanab was physique-wise, but he put on 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason. That was something Coach Stroman was really excited about.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit. Still some things to clean up. They had some penalties in that game that they need to clean up. Still a little bit rusty. Got to remember, this was their first game that they've had all season long. It's November already, so a lot of Zoom workouts for them. Summer workouts didn't really take place for the Weslaco Panthers, so still things to clean up. And how about that offensive line? You got to remember, this is a team, this offensive line that's been around for a long time. They went 3 deep into the playoffs the past 2 years, so that offensive line coming in with a lot of experience.
About that, a lot of experience. 3 or 4 guys have played for about 3 years in the program here. And if you notice in the highlights how big those holes were that Jesse took advantage of. And the great thing about having a back like Jesse is his speed and his quickness that you're able to utilize even up the middle between the tackles. And with his speed, he's able to run through the outside as well with those great blocks by those offensive line. But Coach Stroman did say before the season that the line is the most important part of the team this year.
All right, let's take a look at the defense now, because the defense looked strong last week against Harlingen South. A lot of players coming back, especially if you take a look at how well they played. You've got Ethan Zamora and Josh Burkett. Zamora is the sideline type of individual. Look at the way he motors down the field. Just great way to move down the field. Great feet, speed, strength, and size. And Josh Burkett, after leading the team last year and earning first-team all-district honors, is back. He helps anchor that linebacker spot. Also big, fast, strong, very tall. Coaches are saying that they're smarter than they were last year as well, because they watch a lot of film this year. And so that gives them an opportunity to not only play the game, but also think a little bit more while they're down on the field.
Yeah, Ethan Zamora with a tremendous game last week. Had 10 tackles, 9 solo. But you see, they're the open field tackles. Very, very impressive attacking the ball, going after the defenders, the offensive players there, rather, both both Burgett and Zamora stand at 6'2", and Coach Stroman did say that he hasn't had a pair of linebackers at 6'2" in a very, very long time at Weslaco High School, and just how well they work together. As you mentioned, Carlos, the way they break down film, very smart kids, their leadership skills, both seniors, and they're going to be an important part of the unit, which bring back a lot of experience from last year's team that had to grow up in the middle of the season, did very, very well, and they're all back.
Yeah, but when we're talking about defense as well, the ones making a lot of noise across the Rio Grande Valley because they've played in a few more games are the Harlingen Cardinals, 3-0, and their defense has helped them.
Yeah. When I texted with Coach Stroman during the week, the first thing he said to me in three words, blitz, blitz, blitz. They come at you from every direction, from different positions, from a safety, from a cornerback, from the linebacker. They come at you. They are very aggressive. So this is a very big test for Rodney Garza, who's only making his second start at the varsity level. With the quickness and the speed of Harlingen defense, he's going to have to keep an eye on it. He's going to have to make sure to take care of that football. And like I said, they come in different directions. A couple of players to keep an eye on, Carlos, is Ethan Zamora, who had 59 tackles last year, was an all-district player. Nathan Huerta had 7 sacks last year, was also a district newcomer of the year. And another defensive tackle, Angel Garcia, who anchored the defensive line, who do a great job in breaking their blocks. We were talking about the Weslaco offensive line. That's going to be the matchup to keep an eye on.
All right, Mike Gonzalez. Well, this game is going to be on Weslaco ISD YouTube channel. It will be live. You can watch it there. Because of COVID-19 restrictions, there's only limited seating here at Bobby Lackey Stadium, so you can watch it live at home, which is not too bad. You can barbecue, sit back, watch it on your big screen at home, and listen to the call because it'll be Scott Harrison and Fred Arfado. They will have the call tonight. Guys, what's up?
Well, I'll tell you what, keeping with that theme of defense wins championships. And looking at the stats last week for both teams, right now Weslaco leads the district in defense, only gave up 98 yards on defense the whole game last week. Meanwhile, Harlingen in their 3 games, averaging just giving up 153 yards per game. So football, Fred, I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be a really good defensive effort out there tonight. Defense will probably win this game. Yeah, these guys, Mike and we Carlos are talking about defense. It's going to come down to that, but I want to mention something that Coach Stroman said also during the week. He said, you know, we have a motto here in Weslaco. It's we start fast and we finish faster. So think about what that means. That means you got to start from the beginning. A full game is needed to beat Harlingen tonight. But yeah, defense is going to be fun tonight. And I'll tell you one thing. It's been a lot of publicity for Weslaco this week due to the fact of this game. It's the game of the week according to the Monitor. Of course, Jesse Hernandez was the player of the week. And even in the paper this week, I used to be in the newspaper business, and they call this above the fold on the front page when a player or a person gets a picture. Here is the quarterback, Rodney Garza, above the fold in one of the editions. And even in the sports page this week, look, big picture of him. But unfortunately, this week, all the Monitor writers, they predicted that Harlingen's going to win. You can't blame them. It's a tough team. But wait a minute. I still do some part-time writing for the Monitor every once in a while. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to break that streak. I'm going for Weslaco. For Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. Go Panthers.
All right. Thank you very much, Scott. And I think Scott is 1-0 every time he picks a team since he's been working for KWA. So thank you very much, Scott. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the weather. Scott, have you enjoyed this weather at all? It's November 13th. It should be cooler, shouldn't it? It kind of feels like it's still like warm weather.
Very unusual. Usually this time of year we're wearing our jackets, our hoodies, or even our little headgear here. But it's been unseasonably warm this year, up in the 80s. And tonight, perfect conditions for football.
It's going to be 78 degrees tonight. Going to feel like 82 degrees. If this was not a COVID year, this would be round 1 of the Texas high school football playoffs, so it could be cold because we've had some games where it's a little bit warm during the first round of the playoffs as well. All right, so the game will be live tonight. WISD, Weslaco ISD YouTube channel. Tell your friends all about it unless you're watching it here. If not, we will see you after the game, post-game show. Mike Gonzalez and Carlos Roberto. We will see you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Weslaco High School Dreamettes will be honoring our Dreamette seniors, officers, and their parents. Please help me in thanking our parents for all the support that they provide for each of their dancers. Our 2020-2021 Dreamette Major, 2-year member, sophomore, Rebecca Matias, pictured with her father, Randy Matias. 2020-2021 DreamHack Captain, 2-year member, sophomore, Ariana Sepulveda, pictured with her mother, Mariana Villanueva. First Lieutenant, 2-year member, Senior, Vianney Rios. Pictured with Vianney is her mother, Monique Rios. Second Lieutenant, 3-year member, Junior, Esperanza Jaramillo. Pictured with her parents, Rafael and Bianca Jaramillo. Social Officer, 3-year member, 1-year manager, Senior, Kimberly Villanueva. Pictured with her parents, Florentino and Myra Vela. 3-year member, Junior, Social Officer, Marisol Gonzalez. Pictured with parents, George and Maribel Gonzalez. Social Officer, 2-year member, sophomore, Jaylin Nevares. Pictured with her parents, Teodoro and Marisela Nevares. I would like to take this time and thank again each one of our parents for all the support they provide for their lovely ladies. It's been a great pleasure having my seniors, Miss Kimberly and Vianney Rios, in our program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's presentation. Tonight, the Weslaco Panther Corps will be honoring our senior class. Sit back and enjoy. Jonathan Alvarado. Parents' guardians are Jose and Elizabeth Alvarado. Jonathan is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 4-year honors band member, 2-time UIL state soloist, 4-year jazz band member, and 3-year drumline section leader. Allison Bautista. Parents' guardians are Joe and Danita Bautista. Allison is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. She has earned a First Division at UIL Solo and Ensemble and is a symphonic band member. Lauren Bazan. Parents' guardians are Basilio Bazan and Arminda Munoz. Lauren is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2020 flute section leader, and a member of the symphonic band. Antonia Borjas. Parents, guardians are Juan and Felipa Borjas. Antonia is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, symphonic band member, UIL state soloist, and 3-time UIL Division I soloist. Connor Bustillos. Parents, guardians are Jesse and Deborah Bustillos. Connor is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, all-region band member, 4-year honors band member, UIL state soloist, and 2020 mellophone section leader. Caleb Caballero. Parents, guardians are Ricardo and Isabel Caballero. Caleb is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, UIL state soloist, and symphonic band member. Joseph Cardona. Parents, guardians are Ladi Galeano. Joseph is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 4-year honors band member, all-region band member, 3-time First Division soloist, and a UIL state soloist. Aaron Castillo. Parents, guardians are Eduardo and Catherine Castillo. Aaron is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, UIL state soloist, 2-year mellophone section leader, and a member of the symphonic band. Jocelyn Cavazos. Parents, guardians are Domingo and Sandra Cavazos. Jocelyn is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year Winter Guard member, 2-year Rifle Line member, and 2019 Color Guard officer. Mia Cavazos. Parents, guardians are Reynaldo and Jessica Cavazos. Mia is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, UIL state soloist, and a jazz band member. Natalie Cavazos. Parents, guardians are Juan Cavazos and Julie Martinez. Natalie is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Jaime Cervantes. Parents, guardians are Juan Valero and Jessica Gutierrez. Jaime is a 3-year Weslaco Panther Corps member and a jazz band member. Elijah Cruz. Parents, guardians are Fernando and Belinda Cruz. Elijah is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member and an honors band member. Corey Cuellar. Parents, guardians are Carlos and Celia Cuellar. Corey is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year Winter Guard member, 2-year Rifle Line member, and 2020 Color Guard captain. Ian de la Fuente. Parents, guardians are Daniel de la Fuente and Zaira Peña. Ian is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Mariana Delgado. Parents, guardians are Enrique and Mariana Delgado. Mariana is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Ekat Estrada. Parents, guardians are Omar and Yesenia Estrada. Ekat is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year jazz band member, honors band member, UIL Division I soloist, and a UIL state soloist. Natalie Estrada. Parents, guardians are Pedro Estrada and Yolanda Cifuentes. Natalie is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2020 head drum major, all-district band member, UIL state soloist, and a member of the honors band for 4 years. Sebastian Flores. Parents, guardians are Oferlinda Salinas. Sebastian is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, symphonic band member, 3-year drumline member, UIL state soloist, and UIL Division I soloist. Neilin Galindo. Parents, guardians are Jose Galindo and Valentina Aguirre. Neilin is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Avery Garcia. Parents, guardians are Adrian and Heather Garcia. Avery is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year drumline member, and 2-year Weslaco indoor percussion member. Janelle Garcia. Parents, guardians are Jeremy and Laura Garcia. Janelle is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, symphonic band member, and a UIL Division I soloist. Justin Garcia. Parents, guardians are Jeremy and Laura Garcia. Justin is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year jazz band member, honors band member, 3-year 1st Division soloist, and a UIL state soloist. Julian Gonzalez. Parents, guardians are Gilbert and Perla Palacios. Julian is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Lydia Guerrero. Parents, guardians are Alvaro and Noreen Guerrero. Lydia is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 4-year honors band member, 3-year Division I UIL soloist, UIL state soloist, and a member of the jazz band. Amelie Guzman. Parents, guardians are John and Sylvia Cepeda Guzman. Amelie is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, saxophone section leader, and 3-year 1st Division UIL soloist. Ana Herrera. Parents, guardians are Abel and Elizabeth Herrera. Ana is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2-year Winter Guard member, and 2020 Color Guard officer. Reina Johnson. Parents, guardians are Craig Johnson and Lena Fuentes. Reina is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, section leader, honors band member, and a UIL 1st Division soloist. Jose Lopez. Parents, guardians are Jose Lopez and Gisela Garcia. Jose is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2-year jazz band member, and 2-year UIL Division I soloist. Ulani Martinez. Parents, guardians are Isaac and Linda Martinez. Ulani is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Rihanna Medina. Parents, guardians are Luciano and Ana Medina. Rihanna is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year Winter Guard member, and 1-year Rifle Line member. Abraham Mireles. Parents, guardians are Cruz Espinosa and Cecilia Hernandez. Abraham is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, all-region band member, and a UIL state soloist. Liliana Montelongo. Parents, guardians are Gabriel and Francis Montelongo. Liliana is a 1-year Weslaco Panther Corps member and a symphonic band member. Kayla Nunez. Parents, guardians are Esteban and Nereida Nunez. Kayla is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, 2020 flute section leader, and a Division I soloist. Brian Peña. Parents, guardians are Rolando and Leti Peña. Brian is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, and 3-year low reed section leader. Vincent Peña. Parents, guardians are Vincent and Carmela Peña. Vincent is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member. Joe Perales. Parents, guardians are Russell and Selena Perales. Job is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member and a member of the symphonic band. Kaylee Renteria. Parents, guardians are Ramiro and Irma Renteria. Kaylee is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year 1st Division UIL soloist, 3-year symphonic band member, and a member of the jazz band. Ryan Rivera. Parents, guardians are Amador and Noemi Rivera. Ryan is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 4-year honors band member, UIL state soloist, 3-year drumline member, and 3-time UIL Division I soloist. Audrey Rodriguez. Parents, guardians are Raul and Veronica Rodriguez. Audrey is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, jazz band member, and 3-year 1st Division UIL soloist. Jaime Sainz. Parents, guardians are Jaime and Laura Sainz. Jaime is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2020 drum major, honors band member, UIL Division I soloist, mariachi solo and ensemble state qualifier. Victoria Salas. Parents, guardians are Robert and Irene Salas. Victoria is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 3-year 1st Division UIL soloist, and 3-year symphonic band member. Clarissa Salinas. Parents, guardians are Sandra Hernandez and Abraham Salinas. Clarissa is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, UIL Division I soloist, and 3-year symphonic band member. Aaron Sanchez. Parents, guardians are Ruben and Ida Sanchez. Aaron is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member and a member of the symphonic band. Angie Santana. Parents, guardians are Miguel and Luz Santana. Angie is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, Division I soloist at UIL, and earned the 2019 Most Improved Award. Isabel Tinoco. Parents, guardians are Javier and Mercedes Tinoco. Isabel is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, UIL Division I soloist, UIL state soloist, and 2-year clarinet section leader. Jason Vallejo. Parents, guardians are Elvia Cardosa and Alberto Cardosa. Jason is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2-year Division I UIL soloist, and UIL state soloist. Emily Van Tilburg. Parents, guardians are JP and Leanne Van Tilburg. Emily is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, 2020 drum major, honors band member, all district band member, and UIL state soloist. Erasto Zapata. Parents, guardians are Erasto Zapata and Brenda Rubalcaba. Erasto is a 4-year Weslaco Panther Corps member, honors band member, 2-year tuba section leader, and a UIL Division I soloist. Congratulations again to our Weslaco Panther Corps seniors. Have a great evening and go Panthers!
Ladies and gentlemen, before the national anthem, we would like to introduce the veteran of the game, brought to you by De La Garza Family Dental. Tonight, we recognize Leroy Garcia, who served with the United States Marines. Corporal Garcia served his country for 4 years with deployments in Libya and the Mediterranean Sea. Military awards include the National Defense Service Medal and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, among many others. Children of Garcia are Alaya, Allison, and Olivia. Corporal Leroy Garcia of the United States Marines, sir, we salute you. And now, will you kindly stand and remove all headgear? The presentation of the colors being conducted tonight by members of the Weslaco High School Junior ROTC. They are under the supervision of Master Sergeant First Class Mario Gonzalez. And now, we honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. All right, Panther fans, are you ready? Come on, let me hear you up on your feet.
Give us your best.
A beautiful night for football. We are in Weslaco, Texas, Bobby Lackey Stadium, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. It is District 32 6A action. The Weslaco High Panthers, they opened up their season last Friday night here, won a district game over Harlingen South, 28-14, and they are hosting the Harlingen High Cardinals, 3-0 overall, 2-0 in district. It could be a big defensive battle tonight. And again, we mentioned Football Fred helping us as always. Take it away, Fred.
Well, it's going to be, besides being a fun game, you know, this game has a lot of importance really when the playoffs come around. You know, if Harlingen wins, they're pretty much in the playoffs as far as district champion. If Weslaco wins, they get the inside as well to this ball game. So it's going to be fun.
And as we begin this contest, we would like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsors, Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano. They're located at 2300 West Pike Suite, that is 300 in Weslaco, Suite 300 in Weslaco. Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano, attorney at law, they're our kickoff sponsor. And again, a lot of people here tonight. Harlingen, of course, their coach, he's been around a long time, right?
Yeah, Coach Manny Gomez has been a stalwart here, not just in the Valley, but in Harlingen. So I was always glad to catch up with him, and we had a chance to talk to him during the week, and we'll talk to everybody what he had to say.
Coach Stroman, he is out again tonight, right?
Right, feeling great. He's looking forward to, he's going to be back next Tuesday with the team, so we're looking forward to that.
And here is the kickoff. And again, the toss was won by Harlingen, and it was taken, and it is going to be taken by the Cardinals. And coming up, we are going to see the Panthers on defense first. Here is their starting lineup.
Austin Craig, Ralph Garza, Alexis Munoz, Caleb Gomez, Jesse Perez, Ethan Zamora, Josh Burkett, Aaron Gomez, Jacob Denham, Leon Rodriguez.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
Our lineups brought to you by ATPE. And again, we're going to start off quickly with a pass, and it is going to be incomplete. Their young quarterback, he has a lot of talent, and we're going to see some athleticism, aren't we?
Tricky Cardinals to start off the game. As a matter of fact, it was just a jet sweep. And really what they had back there, you got to watch this guy, Isaiah Bell. He's a running back, but he came in motion, grabbed that ball and threw it, and really missed a receiver out there who was open. Aiden just actually overthrew him there. But nice start there by the Cardinals to start with a tricky play.
All right, so it is going to be 2nd down and 10. Joe Zuniga, the quarterback tonight for Harlingen. Again, they have the ball at the 24-yard line, moving toward the south end zone. And we are going to have a running play, and not much that time as we see Bell taken down.
Yeah, that's Ethan Zamora coming up and making a play quickly. Now, you're going to see a lot of that. Joe Zuniga is your quarterback, but you'll see a couple of guys come in as well. But in this play, watch Ethan. He's that type of a player. Carlos Robledo in our pregame show said, sideline to sideline, that's exactly what he does.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. No gain on that play. Cardinals again, 3-0. Big win for them tonight would clinch a playoff berth, right?
That's correct.
Title. And we see Zuniga being chased. He is going to be put down for a loss. And once again, Zamora hits him and puts him down. A loss of about 1 on that play. Also, Alex Munoz, a lot of pressure on that play.
Yeah, Zamora came to play, my friends. Watch the replay. Zuniga, you know, usually he can get away from this, but watch this hit at the end. Hello, sir. My name is Ethan Zamora. Boom. I play linebacker for the Panthers.
Going to get forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage, the 24-yard line, and Zuniga is going to be punting that ball. So the Panthers make it 3 and out, not a single yard gained by the Cardinals. Good start for Weslaco, the home team. Here is the punt. It is up, and it's going to bounce, and it's going to roll down to about the 30-yard line, where it will be down 1st and 10 for Weslaco. We do have 10-18 remaining here in the first quarter. No score, and we'll be back in a moment. This is a K-West production.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Rodney Garza at quarterback, and of course Jesse Hernandez at running back. The Monitor newspaper, one of the local papers, had a player of the week. Why not? Had 172 yards last week rushing, what about an 88-yard touchdown run. And very quickly we are going to see a short running play to get things going. Not much gain on the opening play. It was the quarterback keeping it.
Yeah, keys really here for the Panthers is going to be that offensive line blocking that massive and really quick and aggressive defensive line. Let's watch that matchup all night tonight, as that will open. See if we can get some holes open here for the running game, especially for Jesse and for Rodney.
All right, it's Rodney Garza at quarterback, getting a couple on that play. So it's going to be third down coming up. Actually, second down and 8. We're in the opening minutes. Remember, big game toward the district playoffs. Who wins this one? And this time, Jesse Hernandez is going to get the ball. Just about gets back to the line of scrimmage. And again, we want to mention our first quarter sponsor, Miriam Guerra Allstate. Call or stop by for a free quote on your home, auto, life, or business insurance. Thank you, Miriam Guerra, Allstate Insurance.
And Noah Figueroa on the defense, along with Nathan Huerta. We're going to talk about him, kind of put the spotlight on him, on this young man coming up all night. But right now they bring up a third down. This, we mentioned earlier, these defenses are very good, and you're starting to see this both on both sides.
So it is going to be third down and 8. No gain on that play. Again, we are going to have slots on each side. Passing play, and it's going to be a short pass that time going out to Mel Rodriguez. Pickup of maybe 5, but still short of the first down.
Yeah, he just cut it short there, Mel did. He was just a short. And really here the Panthers are going to have an early decision, and it looks like they're going to answer it for us. It looks like they're going to challenge this defense on a 4th and about 1.5.
So here we go. Again, it's a big decision early. Rodney Garza at quarterback.
He is a punter too. So.
Yeah, he's going to step back, so he will punt the ball. Look like he might go for it out of the shotgun formation. Instead, steps back a couple steps, punts the ball, and it's going to be a short punt down at about the 43-yard line in the territory of the Cardinals, where they'll begin their second possession, 1st and 10.
And basically here, the defense is just kind of feeling each other out. You know, kind of seeing what you can do, seeing what you can get. The coaches are starting to see different formations. So it's just kind of a feeling out. Now here comes your second possession for the Cardinals. See what they've got up their sleeve.
All right, bringing them up again. Joe Zuniga at quarterback. Again, a good athlete. Ball at the 43-yard line, and he'll fake the handoff. Going to pass the ball, and it is going to be no gain on that reception by Tristan Vasquez.
Yeah, that play is designed to pick up a lot of yards if you can break a tackle. So run option, he wants the option to pass, he does. But right there, as soon as that happens, guess what? Your defense is there, you're hit, but 3 Panthers were there at one shot. So nice play by the defense.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. First 4 plays of the game on offense, not 1 yard gain, not a single yard gain yet for the Cardinals.
That's an impressive stat to begin the game.
We've got receivers in the slot, 1 back in the backfield. Zuniga with it, and he's going to pitch it to the back, and he is not going to get much at all. It was a very short gain that time for Kian Torres.
Now they have a couple of backs that they like to use. Kian Torres is your change of pace back. He's your option guy. He's your speed guy. But look at the speed of this defense. Right there on the play, guess who? Yep, Ethan Zamora on the play again, sideline to sideline.
And he missed most of last season.
Most of the season last year, really made a name for himself in the McAllen Memorial game and the rest of the playoffs.
So again, it is going to be 3rd down and 10. Cardinals still looking to get their first yard on offense. Zuniga back to pass, and this play is broken up. So in the first 2 series, not 1 yard gained by the Cardinals. Again, they'll have to punt the ball.
Yeah, you know, this is an impressive stat to begin the game from the Panthers. Now, you like what you see in the beginning. Now, we saw earlier, we have not seen Isaiah Bell run the ball yet, and maybe they're just kind of saving for that, but it doesn't matter. Brings up a 4th down.
There's the interim coach.
Coach Vento, he's pretty proud of his squad right now.
He talks to Coach Stroman during halftime before the game. And now here is the punt. And it is going to bounce at the 25-yard line, going to be downed. No, actually picked up at about the 21, taken for about 7 yards, and we are going to have timeout. There is 8:32 remaining here, actually 6:32 remaining here in the opening quarter. No score between Weslaco and Harlingen. This is a K-West production.
Before Danya Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Danya Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Danya Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And we're back once again, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. So Weslaco's defense, very impressive, obviously. Let us see what the offense can do right now. And obviously, Jesse Hernandez, what a week last week, had a 3-yard touchdown pass, an 85-yard run for a touchdown, another touchdown run, 202 yards of total offense. And once again, here's Hernandez breaking away. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. Nobody's going to pick him up at the near sideline. And right now, he goes 71 yards for a touchdown. We were just talking about his capabilities. 202 yards of total offense last week. Rushed for what? A touchdown of over 80 yards. And here he goes, 71 yards for the score.
Now, right on cue, Scott, I think you and Jesse have developed an excellent relationship here, because as soon as you started talking about it, he came and he delivered. But I got to go back and give credit. Oh, my big guys. Well, after this kick, I got to give credit to my big guys.
Extra point attempt coming up. And again, Manor Moran, the kicker, he was perfect last week, 4 for 4, hits that one. And the touchdown and extra point is sponsored by Dr. Sandra Esquivel, your hometown general surgeon, Dr. Esquivel. Look at this run.
Yeah, what you didn't get to see before, you get to see what happens here, and of course he does a great job of it. But in the beginning, you got to give credit to that offensive line. They did a massive, excellent job on that play, and you know what? They did the same thing last week. So I got to give those guys credit, because credit is due to Rolando Morales, the left guard. That's right, Giovanni Naveja, the right guard. All those guys on the outside, Erasmo Garces. Man, oh man, we're proud of you guys.
And back once again with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. We have 6:20 remaining here in the opening quarter. Weslaco jumps ahead of Harlingen 7-0. And here comes the kickoff. It is going to go back and go out of bounds. There'll be a 5-yard penalty. Wow, that was some excitement. Yeah. You know, we thought maybe Hernandez would break away at some point, but even I couldn't predict it would be in the first quarter.
You know, I think if this offense continues to do this type of job, I am serious. I am buying them all dinner and putting it on your tab, Scott. I am that type of guy where I feel that strongly about these kids, man. Oh, my goodness.
Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line. First down, Harlingen.
And Weslaco Vision Source penalty right there, brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Yeah, that's they just going back to that offense. They've got to continue doing that all game tonight. And penalty here, the kick was obviously went out of bounds, so sets Harlingen back at the 30-yard line. See if they can get something rolling here.
All right, first down and 10. Remember, Harlingen on their first 2 possessions did not get a yard on 6 offensive plays. Let's see what happens this time. And Zuniga Joe throws the quarter of the ball, and this time it's actually a loss. The reception is made, but Tristan Vasquez is thrown for a loss.
Now, they've had a lot of success with this play. Basically, it's just a delay pass, screen pass, if you would. You're going to see it on the replay. They've had a lot of success. He fakes like he's going to run. Hey, I'm going to run, I'm going to run. No, I'm not. I'm thinking of throwing it. Left-handed, southpaw guy. Gets the ball, and guess what? The defense is there immediately.
And the
number
defense,
one. Yeah, I got to give it to give Aaron Tamés. Man, he's been active all game so far.
So a loss on that play of 2 yards. It is going to be 2nd down and 12. Ball at the 28-yard line, spread formation. Again, Zuniga with it. He's feeling pressure in the backfield, gets it off, and it's incomplete. And you've got to give actually intercepted.
It's intercepted, yeah.
Oh,
it looks like an interception. It
All
looks
right.
like it. Let's see if are they calling an interception?
Cesar Gomez, huh?
Are they calling it? I don't know. The
right.
officials, I haven't seen an official yet declare anything.
Well, now I want to tell you that on that play, a lot of pressure by Alexis Munoz. Once again, he's been putting on the pressure all night.
Let's see it here. Let's see
Yeah.
if we can
On
see
the
it
field
on
with
the
an interception by Weslaco. Illegal man downfield.
Oh.
Number 77 of
So
the offense.
Weslaco
That
gets the
penalty is
ball.
declined. Result of the play, first down.
That is an interception by Weslaco Panthers.
Wow, that is something.
Yeah, we were waiting on official word, and it is.
And we hope you're enjoying this game at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. And remember, the Panthers season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. We ask all our fans to support our sponsors because they support Weslaco ISD Athletics. Thank you, Texas National Bank, Knapp Medical Center, and all our sponsors for your support.
Cesar Gomez, number 20, picked that pass off, so we got to say hello to Cesar. Hey, moms and dads, and everybody's listening. Great job there on the corner. This defense is aggressive. This defense is aggressive for Weslaco High. Can they capitalize? Let's see.
10 inside the 34-yard line of the Cardinals. Weslaco the north end zone here in the first quarter, and this time Jesse Hernandez falls ahead for a couple yards, but there's a flag.
Yeah, the face mask on the defense. That's going to give him 15 yards and a first down. Again, the defense of the Cardinals is just
Face mask, number 4, defense.
And this Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs. It's a first down, and that's a Jay Gonzalez law for first down.
15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Like we said, Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Yeah, Jesse made a move in the backfield on Huerta, and Huerta had no chance but to grab that face mask, and that's going to pick a big penalty yardage against the Cardinals. It's in favor of the Panthers. Right now, things are going just as good as they can for the Panthers.
And the Panthers have now entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone. Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor.
Man, you know, if you're a Panther fan and we have you on YouTube tonight, hey, nice to see you. If you're a Harlingen fan as well, we're happy you're with us tonight.
So it's going to be a handoff to Hernandez, and he is going to be hit, and he's going to go backwards, and maybe a bad decision, lost a yard. But again, that's his athleticism.
Yeah,
he thought he could make a spin move, maybe get outside. Didn't quite work that time, but what that guy can do, you can't blame him. Let's watch it.
Exactly what you said, as you see here. He's coming up, he sees nothing, he bounces off, spins off of there. Hey, I'm going to try it somewhere else. And unfortunately, Price, the cornerback for the Cardinals, was there, but good effort there by Jesse.
The Price was right that time.
The Price was right.
You know I was going to work that in at some point.
He started early today.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be second down and 12 o'clock, or approaching 5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. We have motion, and this time it is going to be a play action pass. Garza looking downfield. He's going to keep it. He's going to go to the 10. He's going to get down to about the 4-yard line. Churns ahead for an extra yard or two to about the 2 or 3. Pickup of about 20 on that play. And that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
You know how much I hate to say this. Yeah.
Number 59, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Redo it again.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Again, I don't like to throw my big guys under the bus, but you know, sometimes these penalties, we said last week we needed to clean them up a little bit. There's a penalty there that is going to hurt you, but you know what? It's nothing that cannot be fixed. That's just they're facing a defense that is very aggressive. In the Harlingen High defense, Nathan Huerta is very active.
You talked to me about him a lot when we had our little meeting this morning.
Yeah, he's one of these kids. Coach Gomez said he's a humble kid, man. He's fast. He works hard. You saw what he was able to do there.
Second down, I guess about 20 here, and it's going to be a handoff. Pickup of about 1 on that play by Hernandez.
And really, so what's happening is Harlingen wants to blitz every play. That's just, they want to bring pressure. Maybe not necessarily every play, but they want to bring pressure. So what they're doing, hey, if you're going to bring an extra guy or two, well, we're going to take advantage of it and try to get behind you or try to hit a run that's there's nobody back there to defend. So we're starting to see Harlingen back off a little bit, and that defensive line it looks like they're holding their own, at least for now. Brings up a long third down.
All right, 3rd down and 20. Ball at the 30-yard line. Again, Rodney Garza played wide receiver most of his career. Now the senior at quarterback. And he is going to pass this play. Looks like at least. Yes, feels the pressure, spins to his left. Now he'll keep it. He is going to get down to the 20. He is at the 15. He is going to be dropped at about the 13-yard line, still about maybe 5 yards short, but picked up 15 yards. Maybe a manageable 4th down, maybe a field goal, time will tell.
Man, that is such a heartbreaker for a defense when you've got him in the backfield. And look at what he does. Rodney, whoa, hey, where'd you get that from? Put that in his arsenal, man. He's dangerous now, and when he can do that to a rusher like Nathan Huerta.
Yeah, Huerta was the one that almost got him in the backfield.
Yeah, when you can do that, you're going up against an all-district player, a player who's got some experience, and he's a talented player, and you can do that to him.
All right, it looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt from around the 21-yard line, so it'll be a 31-yard attempt. So far, the kicker this year, Moran, he's perfect on extra points, 5 for 5. Let's see on this field goal attempt, and it looks like it's going to be wide left.
Yeah, man, it looked good from here, but I guess the fact that he just kind of pushed it to the left a little bit, but you know what? That's the way things go sometimes, and really Harlingen dodged the bullet there. That interception that was picked up by the Panthers looks like they couldn't capitalize on it, so the Harlingen gets another shot.
Now, a win by Weslaco would put them one victory away from the District 32 6A title. The Panthers would then participate in the District Championship game on December 4th. A win for the Cardinals would give an outright clinching a title for them.
Yeah, so a big game for both teams tonight. And we've seen this before. These types of games are, in the past few seasons, it's been norm to see these low-scoring games to start off, and we'll see how the rest of the night shakes out.
Joe Zuniga at quarterback, going all the way, 20-yard line, 80 yards away from the score of the Cardinals, and they'll start off this drive with a running play, and they get their first offensive yardage of the night, and it is going to get down to about the 35-yard line on that play.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Bell. That's the one that we've told you that he's also their main carrier. So he's getting a lot of work here, at least right now, to begin the ball game.
And he got 15 on that, and this one he's going to get about 20, 25, but there's a flag.
Right, yeah, there's some flags coming, and there's going to be multiple fouls on this play.
And this is another penalty brought to you by Weslaco Vision Source, brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
So I'm wondering now if this is going to offset and benefit Harlingen, because there was a hold right around the 40. And then you saw right where the tackle was, you saw another flag come in. And so I'm wondering if that's going to be on the Panthers. Well, we're about to find out.
There were 2 fouls, one against each team. Holding, number 74, offense. Personal foul, face mask, number 10 of the defense. Those fouls offset, replay, first down.
And actually, this benefits Weslaco because that was a run of about 25 yards.
Right,
so,
I was going to say that,
big benefit.
Yeah, so here, instead of benefiting Harlingen, it really benefits Weslaco High. You're right here, Scott. So now brings them back a little bit more after big play. So yes, a change of pace in running. Isaiah Bell, now the sophomore, is in there, and he had 2 big runs already. So this defense needs to watch out for him.
So it's going to be first down and 10, 2:36 remaining in the first quarter. Weslaco leading 7-0, and timeout is going to be called right now by Weslaco.
This is their first of the half.
And if you're looking for a dependable car, audio, and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
So if you're a Panther.
And we'll be back with more right after this. This is a K-West production. And remember, Harlingen, they've played 3 games so far, defeated McAllen Memorial 21-6, They scheduled that game on 24 hours notice.
Right.
Harlingen then shut out Harlingen South at the Bird Bowl 27-0 and defeated Donna North 66-6. You know, Sherryland and Pioneer, I believe, was supposed to play McAllen Memorial on a Thursday night, and then it got canceled about an hour before kickoff, and all of a sudden Manny got a call right there, head coach, from Bill Littleton, the head coach of Memorial, and they got a game together within 24 hours in McAllen.
Yeah, there you go. Just like the old days, huh? Backyard football or something.
All right, it is first down and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. Zuniga, the quarterback, he is going to hand it off to Bell, and Bell is going to get another nice run. This time it's going to be about 8 or 9 yards, so a couple runs for him. He's got almost 25 yards on 2 rushes.
He's a bigger runner, a little bit more patient. Looks like he's a little bit more patient, letting his holes develop, and he's successful so far. You know, we'll see what this game brings for Isaiah Bell, sophomore running back for the Cardinals.
8 yards on that to the 42-yard line. It is going to be a 2nd down and 2 for the Cardinal as they begin a sustained drive, at least for them tonight. And this time, delayed handoff. Bell is going to be stopped short for a moment, but then dives ahead, gets about 2 or 3 when it looks like he might have been stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, he's a bigger runner. The way we described him is more of a fullback type of runner. You see him there, but he's got some moves. He's quick. It doesn't go down very easily, as you can see. Takes a bunch of Panthers to bring him down, so he's a change of pace guy than they were used to. So I wonder now how Weslaco is going to attack this. So far, he's been successful. See what the Weslaco defense does now to slow him down.
The Cardinals are moving toward the south end zone, toward the scoreboard here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. It's going to be first down and 10 at the 46-yard line. And this time, Zuniga is going to keep it, takes the handoff, and he is going to get a first down and a lot more. Had the ball at the 46, gets it around the 38-yard line of the Panthers. So we are going to give him, about 14, 16 yards on that play.
Yeah, you see really what Zuniga's about on this play. He brings the attitude, he's tough, he's a hard worker, and he's a good runner when he gets the ball going. He's hard to bring down, not a big guy, but he's hard to bring down, and he can get you those tough yards that you need.
And Josh Burkett among those in on the tackle. Remember, he had 123 tackles leading the Panthers last season. So it's going to be first down and 10, back at the 37-yard line, now in Weslaco territory. And this time, Bell is not going to get much, might have lost a yard.
Yeah, and there's a lot of penetration there by Ethan Zamora, really playing close to the line now because he's seen that he's starting to get some yards. So nice play by Ethan to come up, fill that gap, and really make Isaiah kind of hesitate and pick a different hole. Then he runs into his own offensive lineman.
We just saw Jesse Perez on the screen for a moment. Remember last week he had a touchdown on defense negated by a penalty.
That's correct.
So again, we are down to 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0. And Zuniga back to pass, little screen pass, going to go, I believe, to Bell, and Bell is going to get down to near the 25-yard line. So on that particular play, picks up 13 yards.
And really nice play design by the Cardinals. If you look, it looks like they're going to go left, but then they quickly go to Bell, who slips out of the backfield, and really nobody out there to block for him and help him. And just a couple of receivers, since he would have gained more.
Do we have a timeout?
Timeout.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Their second timeout
of the half.
And if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And right now we are running toward the end of the first quarter. So after being stymied, what, on 3 series, wasn't it? Or was it 2 series? I'm trying to remember.
There was 2 series.
2 series, right? This is their 3rd series. So after being stymied for 2 series, Harlingen is starting to put things together offensively.
Right, so they started a little slow, putting together.
Yeah,
bringing
3 and
in,
outs on the first
bringing
two.
Isaiah Bell in has changed things. Now, good time out here by Coach Vento. See what he can adjust on this defense. See if there's any adjustment here by the defense.
Okay, it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line in Weslaco territory. Could be the final snap of the first quarter. Weslaco ahead 7-0. And we see a pass play. It is going to be complete. It's going to go down to the 16-yard line near a first down. This time it's Justin Galvin who gets it. Of course, a good athlete.
Yeah, Justin Galvan, if many Panther fans will remember, and obviously Harlingen Cardinal fans, if you're listening tonight, you know, and watching tonight, you know who he is. He's the brother of the quarterback that was the quarterback for the Cardinals last year.
That is the end of the quarter.
Galvan.
All right, we've completed
timeout or hydration.
We've completed 1 quarter of play. It's Weslaco over Harlingen 7-0. This is a K-West production. And we're back once again, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. Big run tonight by Jesse Hernandez for 71 yards. That is the difference, but right now, Harlingen is moving the ball. Of course, Perez was the player of the week in the local newspaper. The Monitor deserved it. He had a lot of rushing yards. I think over 170, about 172 last week.
Right.
Yeah, 172 yards rushing, 30 yards on 1 pass reception that went for a touchdown. Scored 3 times, but again, the Cardinals, I guess the best way to defense against Hernandez is keep the offense on the field.
Right, and they're doing that just as it is, a time-consuming possession. And let's see if that continues for the Cardinals.
All right, 2nd down and 1. Now moving toward the north end zone away from the scoreboard. Cardinals have it inside the 20-yard line. Pass play, and it's going to be complete, and it's going to get inside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards that time.
Yeah, they like that little quick pass to the receiver, kind of like a wide receiver screen, if you would, to Tristan Vasquez. He is not a big guy, but he's quick. Nice play there by the defense for the Panthers, coming up and making a nice hit on the ball carrier, even Zamora there.
1st and goal to go from the 7-yard line. That was the opening play of the second quarter. Joe Zuna got the quarterback, and he is going to go all the way on his own. Takes it in the final 7 yards for the score. And the second play of the second quarter proves very, very successful for the Cardinals.
And that's what they do. This is what the Harlingen Cardinals, this is a staple of their offense. They run, and then they're going to throw you a little pass out there to the side and pick up some nice yardage and then go and run some more.
Extra point attempt. Joseph Garza will be attempting it. Ball is a bad snap now. Garza has to run for it. He'll be tackled, and that's the end of that. So nice tackle, making sure there was no 2-point conversion even attempt by Johnny Perez. And right now we have 11:24 remaining here in the first half. It's Weslaco over Harlingen 7-6. This is a K-West production. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. We're at Bobby Lackey Stadium here at Texas National Bank Field, enjoying some good football tonight. 32-6A action. Probably whoever wins this game, I guess, will probably host the first playoff game. Maybe.
That's right. Just depends on things shake out. But yeah, the important game. Hey, I was watching nice traveling by the Harlingen crowd, safely in pods and nicely distanced. So I wanted to say hi to those folks from Harlingen.
So the kickoff comes down at about the 18-yard line. Going to be returned to near the maybe 30-yard line. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and that'll be the 30-yard line as far as you're going to get.
And that is going to be Jones out there.
Yeah, Mikai Jones is your returner on those kickoffs for the Panthers.
So it is going to be the Panthers once again with the ball. And you'd like to think that they maybe could get some kind of time-consuming drive, even though it was great. You want to score most of all, obviously. But this Cardinal team is so dangerous. And remember, Coach said that last week conditioning might have been a problem, especially in the second half. So maybe a nice long drive would be very beneficial for Weslaco.
Right. He's worried about this quarter. He said, look, this is where we kind of had to refuel. So let's see if that's changed a little for the Panthers.
First play for the Panthers in the second quarter. It's going to be Jesse Hernandez, and no go that time. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Really a host of Cardinals there. Ryan Quilantan is there, number 23, number 32. Also there, J.C. Moradell, a linebacker. So this defense, it looks like the inside of this defense is going to be hard sledding all night. Even though Jesse's had success once, it looks like the Panthers are committed to running that ball down the middle.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 21-yard line. Panthers moving toward the south end zone in the second quarter, toward the beautiful scoreboard. Ronnie Garza at quarterback. Hernandez in the backfield. This time Garza will keep it, and he is going to get about 4 yards on that play, maybe 5. So it's going to be third down and 5.
Nice run there, right up the middle. A run that last year was made very popular by Jacob Cavazos. Rodney does a good job there too.
Garza last week, 5 carries for 23 yards, 1 touchdown. Long run of 7, averaged almost 5 yards a carry, just what he did there.
All right, so that's a good, nice average to pick up some yardage. Another one like that would probably get him first down. Let's see if they do that.
So third down and 5. Ball at the 36-yard line in Weslaco territory. We have a slot on the near side. This time Garza has it, feels pressure, gets the pass off. Is it complete? We'll have to wait and see.
Looked like it was short.
Yeah, maybe short. Yeah, it was.
And the receiver was Mel
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Mel Rodriguez out there under a lot of pressure. Once again, Harlingen's going to put pressure on you. Rodney needs to come out. Everybody's coming for him. Just tries to get that ball into his hand. Just couldn't get there.
Ineligible man downfield. Number 52 of the offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 4th down.
And you can understand why you would turn it down.
Yeah. The result of the play is better because it brings up a 4th down in a punting situation for the Panthers.
So the Cardinals, of course, marched down the field last time and scored. A methodical drive, I think that's a good way to put it.
Right.
But the extra point attempt was missed, and that is the difference in the game so far.
Right. So you're starting to see a bit of a change here. You see the momentum kind of in the balance here, kind of wanting to change a little bit. So it's an important part here. Important part of the game here if they can get this going.
So here comes the punt from Garza. It's going to go downfield, and it will bounce out near midfield. And we'll see the Cardinals come back and play in just a moment. First and 10 for Harlingen at midfield. Second quarter, 9:45 remaining. Harlingen has the ball, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and this time it's going to be a loss of 5 or 6 yards. Joe Zuniga met by the defense.
Yeah, and there was a lot of pressure coming off the edge. You got to give credit. Look at Zuniga trying to run outside, but look at Rafael Garza, number 44, quickly there to make a play. Nice play by the defensive end, coming down and making a good tackle on the quarterback.
Zuniga loses 5 on that play, so it's second down and 15, and that's some good news.
Yeah.
Cardinals real momentum on offense after doing nothing their first 2 series, go for a touchdown. Now, once again, on the first play of their 4th series, they're dropped for a loss. Zuniga this time on a pass play, and the receiver's wide open, and he's going to get about 17, 18 yards on that play, and it was a nice reception, and it was hauled in by Justin Galvan. So let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and the pressure's coming, so he needs to get rid of it and really puts it in a spot that only he can catch it. And it's a nice catch by Galvan.
And Burkett takes him out of bounds. So first down and 10 inside the territory of Weslaco, down near the 32-yard line. Again, Zuniga going all the way at quarterback. He has motion toward the far side, and he will look down Thinks about throwing a short pass. Now upfield, has a receiver open and finds him. And this ball is going to get down near the 10-yard line, but it's loose. But it looks like it is going to be fallen on by Vasquez.
There's a flag in the backfield. I think they're going to get what they got Weslaco for earlier, for an illegal man downfield. Justin, look at the quarterback here, Zuniga. Joe Zuniga waited too long.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where they're going to go.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the offense. Ineligible man downfield, number 77. That penalty is declined. Holding, number 65, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Yeah, and that's what it was. He was trying to find somebody in the middle. Had too much time, really, to be honest with you, and you can tell maybe why he had too much time. There was a hold, and then obviously the man went on down the field, but that play didn't work late, but because the offensive lineman had kind of you have a clock inside your head, and you're thinking, and then once it's gone, you got to go block, and it was too late.
Joe Galvan with the reception that was negated. First down and 20 now. Ball back at the 43-yard line in Weslaco territory. Zuniga at quarterback, looks upfield, and it is not going to make the receiver, not going to quite get there.
Yeah, trying to really get that's a hard pass to throw, no matter what
Galvan
level.
Again.
Yeah, no matter what level you're at. That's a hard pass to get there because you're trying to throw at the back shoulder of the receiver heading out of bounds, man.
Right.
So that's a tough pass, but good attempt there by the Cardinals will bring up a second down now.
So second down and 27:50 remaining here in the first half. Great matchup.
Yep.
Everybody said this probably was the biggest game in the Valley. Had to be this weekend.
Yep, it is.
And it's living up to its hype so far. So Galvan misses the reception. Zuniga at quarterback. Got some wideouts this time, and he's going to run the ball, but he is not going to get much. And he fumbles it, and it's fallen down on by Weslaco. Weslaco gets the ball. What a good play. What a heady play by Cesar Gomez.
Austin Craig. Hey, Austin, my goodness, you got some strong hands, my friend. Watch him kind of create the pressure for Joe. Zuniga wanted to take up. Hey, I'm leaving, man. This place, well, wait a minute. No, he dropped it himself. I was giving credit to the defense. I'm still going to give him credit. Part of the defense anyway, so he just slipped out of his hand. A fumble there by the quarterback.
Did you not say turnovers are going to be key to this game?
Yeah, you know, we was coming in, we said, look, turnovers, both coaches, and speaking of both coaches, that's exactly what they said. Can't have them, cannot have them.
Rodney Garza at the 37-yard line, his own 37. Jesse Hernandez in the backfield. We have trips on the near side, but this time Hernandez gets the ball. He'll be knocked out of bounds, but there is going to be a penalty. Juan Garcia drove him out of bounds. Appeared to be for a loss, but again, a penalty.
Yeah, that play was not going anywhere from the beginning. Harlingen had that one sniffed out. If anything else, there's a penalty out there, and it looks like a holding penalty. We'll see what the official has to say.
Personal foul, face mask, number 26 of the defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run.
And that's Garcia, the man that drove him out of bounds. And again, right now, this is a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez.
That penalty will be assessed from the previous spot.
Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
So what that does is give Weslaco a big first down. I mean, that's 15 yards. They had it sniffed out. They had the Panthers in trouble. They had lost 5-6 yards, and then all of a sudden a penalty like that is really tough to take. Now that brings the Panthers in across midfield now, and so you know they're starting to put something together here. See if they can capitalize on this turnover the Cardinals had.
And the ball is down at the 47-yard line in Cardinals territory. Rodney Garza gets the snap, and this time he's going to fake the handoff. Doesn't have anywhere to go, and he is going to be thrown maybe for a loss. Could get back to the line of scrimmage with forward progress.
I think they're going to mark him a couple of yards short of the line. He's going to lose maybe 2, and maybe even 3, I'm thinking. Maybe 2.5 or something like that. It went backwards. The Panthers conservative so far. They're running. They're sticking to their running game. Rodney's running with it. Jesse's running with it. I just have this feeling something's coming. You just
something's brewing.
Something's coming. I don't know.
So second down and 12. Ball near midfield. Rodney Garza thinks about throwing, and he will. And it's going to go down. And is that going to be pass interference?
That should be.
Yeah, it should be. And it is a good call. We're not being homers here. That was a good call.
No, I'll be honest with you. If he doesn't interfere, if Price does not interfere, I believe this is going to be a catch. I mean, you still got to go through and make the catch. But Price really had no choice but to play it that way.
I was talking to Coach about Izzy DeLeon before the game, saying this guy is starting to come into his own.
Right.
And again, we saw Price, the defender, probably penalized.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
A Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
And if you see on the replay, he's going to throw that for, just for grabs, really. He's got a man wide open, but the Price doesn't even look back. And there's going to be some plays that are going to be had there. Harlingen likes to blitz, but they like to play a lot of single men. So there could be some chances out there for the receivers.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Handoff this time. No, actually, it's a quarterback keeper, and it's going to be a nice pickup for Garza, maybe about 7.
Yeah, nice little run there by Rodney. Rodney had an opportunity to get down the field. He comes to replay, and basically this offensive line is starting to pick up some other guys up front to give some of those running lanes for Jesse and for Rodney.
So they're going to call it an 8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 27-yard line, has to get down to the 25. And this time we see a little jet sweep, and it's going to pick up a couple yards. We'll have to see if they get the first down. And carrying the ball, Mel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Mel comes from the left side on a sweep. He doesn't do much of these plays on the sweeps, but here he just coming across and he got the ball and picked up just a couple of yards.
Yeah, maybe a 1.
Yeah, bring up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and maybe 1 to 1.5 yards for the first down. Garza at quarterback. He's going to keep it, and he is going to get that first down. Gets down to about the 24-yard line, picked up the necessary yardage, had to get about 1.5 yards, got 3.
Yeah, they're really relying right now on the fact on Rodney and his running.
And that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Yeah, Rodney put his head down and went to work on that one and picked up a Panther first down. Nice run there. And yeah, the Panthers are sticking to this ground game. Looks like they're willing to pound it out.
Yeah, well, we talked about maybe they needed a time-consuming drive right before it started.
Right, and you're starting to see that here.
It was nice seeing Hernandez get that 71 yards, but you got to keep that potent Harlingen offense off the field. All right, this time Hernandez has the handoff, and he goes ahead, tries to juke his way for a yard or 2.
Yeah, that defense once again is there, and right, we're talking about the middle of the defense. A big number 76 is one of those guys, Noah Figueroa, right in the middle, who came up and just clocked things up for Jesse. Picks up a very minimal gain, maybe 1 yard or so.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and long, 2nd down and 9. Under 5 minutes remain until halftime. Again, we are at Weslaco. All 4 regular season games this year for the Panthers will be at home. This time Garza fakes the handoff and a little pass ahead to Rodriguez, and he's going to get down to about the 18-yard line. Has to get to the 14, so it's going to be 3rd and about 4.
Right, nice quick, really a way to adapt to this play. He's getting a blitz. The guy lets his defender go, and really he's there to make a catch and pick up some quick yards.
The Panthers have now entered the Payne Auto Group Red Zone. Payne Auto Group, our Red Zone sponsor. 3rd down and 4, ball at the 18-yard line. Hernandez in the backfield with Garza. Rodriguez is in motion, the man who just caught the pass. And now we have a flag.
Yeah, they just... Sometimes an offensive line, you just can't hold it that long.
Yeah.
You got to go.
A lot of motion that time by Rodriguez.
Number 64, offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
A Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
You're trying your best to not move, but you're one of the biggest guys on the field. You can't help it, and everybody sees you move. Talking from experience here, you just kind of like, I wonder if anybody saw that.
Well, your best move was to the buffet.
That was the fastest, quickest way, and nobody would get in my way.
All right, 3rd down and 9. Ball back around the 23-yard line, and this time Garza gets a screen pass off. It is going to be Jesse Hernandez, and an open field, what he might do, gets down to about the 18, still about 4 yards short.
Yeah, why not go to a play that really worked really well last week? His defense for Harlingen was in a good position to stop it. Jesse here picks up some nice yards, at least a penalty, some of the penalty yards back. And 4th down now for the Panthers. Decision time for Coach Enzo.
So, again, we have 3:33 remaining. Panthers only have 1 timeout left. Used a couple early. You see Garza. He was featured on the front of the Monitor newspaper.
Yeah.
And also a big picture of him in the sports section this week.
Wow.
So, again, getting some nice publicity. So we are going to have 4th down and 5. Ball just inside the 20. And this time Garza has it, looks downfield, has some time. Now getting some pressure. And he is still going to keep the ball, maybe going to run it. He's going to get down to the 15, to the 14. Did he dive far enough for the 1st down? It looks like it could be a little short.
It's just a little short, maybe.
I thought he had
it. He all of a sudden on this side, on the right side, everything turned green.
Is he going to get a friendly spot?
It might get it, might not. Depends here what they do.
Yeah.
Flag.
Personal foul. Illegal blindside block. Number 65 of the offense. That foul is declined.
Yeah.
Result of the play, 1st down.
All right. Well, that was obviously what Harlingen has to do. You want to get the ball back.
Yeah, so the Panthers on the replay really had no choice but to nothing materialized for Rodney. Rodney runs for it. Luna had him in the backfield. Rodney escapes, and he just says, you know what? Green opened up for me. I'm just going to try here. And there was really nothing he could do at this point. So, and there was a penalty to boot, so that didn't help.
And Christian Luna, one of their better defensive players, right? For the Cardinals?
Right, he is one of the better defensive players. Came up nice play there. He couldn't get him, but nice play.
So 1st down and 10. Ball at the 16-yard line into Harlingen territory. Motion to the far side. This time a handoff, and it's going to pick up maybe 5 yards. And running the ball is going to be Keon Torres, so he is going to give a break right now to Isaiah Bell.
Yeah, Keon comes in and he spells Isaiah, and really he's a shifty runner. Not a big runner, but he's got some speed on him, so they're counting on him to make a couple of guys miss and try to break one. That's the plan anyway.
2nd down and 6, gain of 4 on the play. Ball near the 20-yard line. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the 1st half. Panthers over the Cardinals 7-6. And this time, once again, it's a running play, and Torres is going to get some nice yardage. He is going to be out of bounds over the 30-yard line. Looks like he might have picked up about 12 yards.
And you can see the quick feet there by Torres. He brings you that type of a runner. Not going to run in between the tackles, but if you get him outside, he can be productive. Question is, can he get there every single time against this defense? So that's something to think about.
All right. It is going to be 1st down and 10. 2:35 remaining here in the 1st half. Ball at the 33-yard line. Cardinals inside their own territory, trailing 7-6. And Zuniga with the pass play, and he is going to put the pass ahead for about 4 yards. Receiver got about 3 yards of it on his own, and that was Galvan, but there's a penalty flag.
And basically that's going to be a hold on the outside there. There's just no way that on one-on-one, you're going to make a player miss and then make 2 or 3 other guys miss. Somebody got a hold of somebody.
Holding. Number 88, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
It's a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
So penalties abound here in the 1st half, really on both teams. Kind of penalty, a couple of turnovers here and there, a turnover on downs. So you know, it's a tough game here so far with 2:30 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
1st down and 15, ball back at the 27-yard line. Again, 2:30 remain till half. With the ball, the Cardinals kind of looks like a pro team, right?
Yep.
Arizona Cardinals. Back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. And this time, it's going to be a loss of a couple yards. It was Ian Solis, the tight end, his first time we called him tonight, but he is thrown for a loss.
Somebody tell Aaron Tamez that Ian Solis is about 2-3 inches bigger than him, and he should not be able to tackle him. All right? Just somebody tell him, but look at him go. Man, nice play.
Did you see him go? No way.
Yeah, he tells me to be quiet. Yeah. I can take care of this, my friend. Nice play.
Right. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 16, clock running, under 2 minutes remaining. And time could become a factor. Do you know how many, can you see how many timeouts they have left, the Cardinals?
Sure, we'll check after this play here.
All right. It is 2nd down and 16, and we have a spread formation, 3 wideouts on the far side, and the pass is going to be complete down to about the 47 called, 50-yard line, and it is going to be a big gain of about 16 yards maybe or more on that play. There's going to be flags thrown. It was Justin Alvan on the reception, but again, penalties.
Yeah, all sorts of penalties. This is going to be some what we'll call this after the play action.
It's laundry day.
Yeah, you know, and this is a shame that it gets to this point, obviously, but you know, the tempers are running high. This is a close ball game, and sometimes we forget these are young men that are out there playing a sport they love. And sometimes that happens. You lose your head a little bit for a second or two, and they catch you there. And so that, I think that's might have happened on both teams, at least.
By the way, the Cardinals do have their full complement of 3 timeouts.
Yes, I was going to say 3 timeouts.
Weslaco 1.
Result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 60 of the offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 10 of the defense. Those fouls offset. That is first unsportsmanlike for both of those players. First down.
Yeah, you like that in officiating crew. You like they do that.
And that is a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Keep in mind these young men are just out to playing a game. Try to help each other out here.
So ball near midfield at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. And Zuniga back to pass, rolls to his left, and throws a little screen pass, and it will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And there is a fumble back inside the 45. It looks like Weslaco has that ball. Yes, it's Jesse Perez, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesse Perez who had the interception that was negated last week. One of my favorite players. He comes up with the big play.
Wow. And this replay is going to show one of the best hits you've ever seen at this level. First of all, Cardinals are doing what they've got to do. Nice play by the quarterback. Rolls out, has him wide open. But look at comes up, tries to make a play, misses first, but then look at that hit afterwards. My goodness. That is a big time play. That's some more coming up and laying some more. My goodness. That type of hit is, first of all, it's legal, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Locks the ball loose.
Even if you just run the timeout, this is a big victory to end the first half.
Right.
All right, and remember, Weslaco deferred. They get the ball to begin the second half. So it's going to be a pass play down to Rodriguez, and he's going to get to the 30. He's going to get to the 20. He's going to be brought down from behind at the 15-yard line, and that was a huge gain of about 30 yards.
I thought they were going to add some more to
you
that
thought it was
one.
A horse collar?
Yeah, Mel was running and running, and somebody grabbed from the back, but the official didn't call it. Doesn't matter. First on Weslaco, hurry up offense.
Ball at the 14-yard line, a minute remaining, and this time Hernandez has it. He's going to roll to his right, and he will get out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Only picked up 3, but good presence of mind to get out of bounds.
Yeah, they only have 1 timeout, so this time, I mean, they've got 53 seconds left to go here.
Flag.
And that might be a hold in the area that it's at. Oh.
Don't need that.
Holding, number 64, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
A Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
You see this play here, a quick screen to Mel. Mel follows a convoy. Yeah, big old Strickland running down the field trying to block for him. I have an idea what Coach Stroman might talk to Coach about at half. Yeah, let's cut down those turnovers and those penalties, you know.
Got to get the ball to the 4-yard line for a first down. Ball now back at the 24. First down and 20, 53 seconds remaining. 1 timeout for Weslaco. Hernandez has the ball. He is going to get it to the 23. Could they be just trying to see, maybe he makes a big play, but if he doesn't, maybe we go for the field goal?
Yeah, maybe they might be setting something up. They've got it.
Because we get it to start the second half.
Yeah, they got to try to attempt something over here. I wonder if the coach
look
is
at all the glitter on the Weslaco young ladies.
They're excited, and it should be. It's a nice close game.
Yeah.
Weslaco High has played a good game. Their defense has caused a couple of turnovers already, and then gated Harlingen drives.
So they say no gain on that play. 2nd down and 20. Clock running, 18 seconds remaining, and now we have a whistle after the snap.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Weslaco.
If you're looking,
their 3rd and final of the half.
If you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
So, you know, kind of thinking what the Panthers might do here. They've got an opportunity. It's a 2nd down and long. I don't think they're worried about the long part. I think they're
16
more
seconds.
Yeah, they're going to worry about the clock because they're out of timeouts. So whatever you do, you've either got to go into the end zone or try to hit out of bounds. So a run might be out of the question here. Maybe not in the beginning, but it might be out of the question for now. We'll see how Coach Vento and the rest of these coaches kind of attempt to Coach Joe Peña, the offensive coordinator, see what he thinks of.
Of course, last week, Rodney Garza was 9 of 18 passes for 107 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, had a long pass of 30. That was the touchdown pass to Hernandez, so he's very comfortable throwing the ball.
Right. So let's see if Harlingen dials up the pressure. They love to bring pressure.
And again, 16 seconds remaining. Garza has the ball, and he's going to be hit from behind. He's going to be dropped at the 21-yard line.
Yep.
Maybe a gain of 3.
Now you got to hurry up. You got to hurry
So
up.
you got to
kill it. You got to hurry.
4. Can they kill it in time? 3, 2. He should have killed it with 1 second remaining.
Looks like he did. Maybe a second, maybe.
In real time, it looked like there was 1 second remaining.
Yeah, it looks like there was a second. And there's a penalty flag on the far side. I wonder if anybody was
False
set.
start. Number 5, offense.
There you go.
By rule, there is a 10-second runoff. This is halftime.
Yep.
All
so
right.
we've never get a chance to see that.
So we have come to halftime, and right now it is Weslaco in this big 32-6A district battle. They lead Harlingen 7-6. We'll be back with all the second half action after we enjoy the timeout festivities. This is a K-West production.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2020-2021 Weslaco High School Dreamettes. The Dreamettes are under the direction of Mrs. Raquel Rico. The Dreamettes are in their 6th year as a team and have received numerous awards. At the 2020 Showtime International Valley Dance Spectacular held on February 29th, the Dreamette officers received a sweepstakes award, Best in Category for both Palm and Lyrical. And as a team, the Dreamettes also received the Sweepstakes Award in the prop category. They received the Supreme Award for having the highest score, the Judges Award, and Best in Category. The team also received the Judges Award and Best in Category for their lyrical performance. Introducing your 2020-2021 Dreamette officers. Introducing Social Officer Jaylin Nevarez. Social Officer Marisol Gonzalez. Social Officer Kimberly Villanueva. And now your Dreamette Dance officers, introducing Second Lieutenant Esperanza Jaramillo. First Lieutenant Vianney Rios. Captain Ariana Sepulveda. And our 2020-2021 Dreamette Major, Rebecca Matias. Also joining us, our Dreamette mascot, Savannah Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you now to sit back, relax, and enjoy this very special performance.
Cause I know I don't understand just how your love can do what no one else can. When I talk to my friends so quietly, look at what you did to me. These shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. It's the way that you know what I thought I knew. It's the beat that my heart sees when I'm with you. But I still don't understand just how you look and do no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your love.
And here we are once again. We are at Bobby Lackey Stadium, Texas National Bank Field. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. It's 32-6A action. Harlingen 2-0 in district, 3-0 overall, going against Weslaco that just kicked off their season last week. The Panthers hosting the Cardinals. And again, it was a win last week for Weslaco. This game may definitely determine who is going to win at least this portion of the district. We'll talk more about that later. But right now it's 7-6. Weslaco is winning. It was a 71-yard touchdown by Jesse Hernandez early in the game. Then after doing nothing in their two opening series, 3 and out, the Cardinals move down and their quarterback goes for a 7-yard touchdown run. Joe Zuniga, extra point attempt is no good, and Football Fred, that's the difference, 7-6.
That's it. So we should expect a nice close ball game, at least we're thinking, and see if any adjustments were done by both teams. Let's see what happens here.
And as we begin this contest, we would like to acknowledge our kickoff sponsor, Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano. They're located at 2300 West Pike, Suite 300 in Weslaco. Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano, attorney at law, our kickoff sponsor. And now we are going to have our starting lineups for the Weslaco offense.
Erasmo Garces III, Roland Morales, Larry Strickland, Giovanni Naveja, Josh Mata, Isaiah Dominguez, Melitón Rodriguez, Jesse Hernandez, Rodney Garza, Israel De Leon, Joe Aldonado.
ATPE is your ally, your voice for professional educators.
And ATPE bringing us our starting lineup for Weslaco to begin the second half. Rodney Garza is going to hand it off on the first play. It starts at the 17, actually the 26-yard line, goes to about the 29, and it's Jesse Hernandez.
It's a sign of times. Really, the Panthers are really committed to this run, and they've done it different ways. They've been able to do it with Garza, obviously, with Ronnie, their quarterback, and they've been able to do it also with Jesse Hernandez. So it seems if they adjust anything to that. They've had some success. Let's see how they start off in the third quarter.
So a pickup of about 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. And again, Rodney Garza at quarterback. He took over this year, making the most of his opportunity. And the pass is good down to the 35-yard line. And on that particular play, we see it is complete to Izzy De Leon.
Yeah, Izzy De Leon really broke out last week. Coach Stroman told us, hey, he's going to be the guy to be looking out for. And Rodney's looking for him early. And nice pitch and catch for them.
Pickup of about 7 on the play, 3rd down and 1. And it's going to be a running play. And it looks like Hernandez is going to be short, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I jumped the gun. I thought he had gotten it on the previous play, but it's going to be about a 4th down in inches, maybe? I mean, 4th and 1.
I'm going to call it a solid 1.
So now decision time for Coach Bento here. It depends on what you see. Your quarterback is your punter. So that's an advantage you have.
I think you need to go for it, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe a punt because you don't want to put them in a position of,
Right.
putting Cardinals in a place where they could really get big momentum.
Right.
But they're such a good team, you don't want to give them any type of chance. But since Garza's the punter, we'll see what happens. And they are going to go for it. And we see Garza is going to be stopped short. But there is a penalty. He was stopped short on that play by J.C. Mordiel.
Holding. Number 4 offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down, Harlingen.
It was a big play, and of course, that penalty brought to you by Weslaco Vision Source. Penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Early gamble to begin the third quarter. Early third quarter. Nice stop by this defense. And now the key is going to be, are we going to see Isaiah Bell out there again? He was the catalyst for getting this offense rolling to pick up their first points of the game. See, he's out there now. See how that goes.
Joe Zuniga, their only touchdown of the game, a 7-yard run. And he is going to hand it off to Bell. Bell is going to pick up 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the second half. And again, let me say, as far as Weslaco goes, man, you got a team like Harlingen. Man, if you want to be the champ, it's like the old thing Ric Flair used to say in wrestling. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's right. They've come in ranked in the Valley. Weslaco just one game under their belt. Harlingen has 3. All things point to that. So
no, I think it was a good call, even though it didn't work. All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Bell has the ball, and he is going to get a nice run, and he's going to get down to the 12-yard line. So on that play, he is going to pick up 18 yards. That's the whole key. You got to keep them off the field. They are so explosive that once they get the ball, who knows what they can do.
This is exactly what we said happened in the first half. Isaiah Bell had some tough runs. He made some defensive players miss, and he got out and picked up a big first down, and the Cardinals are in business.
Down to the 12-yard line, 1st down and 10. First couple minutes of the 3rd quarter. And Zuniga is going to hand it off to Bell once again. This time he is only going to pick up a yard or 2. And one of those in on the tackle, a guy that we saw put a lot of pressure on the quarterback on pass plays, Alexis Munoz.
Yeah, he's all over the place when it comes to tackling. It looks like
timeout for an injury.
All right. We're going to have that timeout. And if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And back once again, 2nd down and 9. Ball inside the 15-yard line. There's Joe Zuniga, gone all the way quarterback for the Cardinals. And he is going to hand the ball off. And this time we have a different back end, and he is going to get down to the 2-yard line, so he gets about 10 yards on the play and gets the first down. And that was Kian Torres, the other man who's been rushing the ball tonight for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we say they rotate their backs quite a bit. If it's not going to be Bell, it'll be Torres. And if you don't get a heavy dose of Torres or Bell, then they sprinkle a little bit of Joe Zuniga, the quarterback, in as well.
So 2nd down and goal to go, ball at the 2-yard line. Again, Zuniga, last time they had the ball inside the 10, he went 7 yards for the score. We'll have to see, will he keep it this time? Or is he going to give it to his big back? And this time it's going to be the Wildcat. You talked about it. And it's going to be a fumble. And it is going to be the ball going over right now to Weslaco. It was the first time we saw the Wildcat tonight. You talked about it with me in our pregame meeting. Right. Isaiah Bell took the snap, but he fumbled the ball.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about it. Nice play anyway. And here come the Panthers, and really a kind of a pile up there, but the ball at the end. And your Panthers come up with it, recovering the ball. Nice recovery there by this defense. Nice play.
It might have been Burkett. I know it was a single-digit number.
It was a lot of purple jerseys there.
Right. It was a single-digit number.
I saw Caleb Gomez in there as well.
Yeah, one of the single-digit numbers got it.
They were in there, and so those guys
we try to give credit to the young men as best we can.
Yeah,
Great
nice
play. Is this the turning point of the game? Deep in your own territory, and this time it's going to be Rodney Garza with the ball. He gets about 6 to the 10-yard line. When you're in the shadow of your goalpost, that is what you need, a good first down to make 2nd and 3rd down manageable.
Yeah, that's going to be key, at least to get us driving right. That run option that they like to run, really, Rodney took off, and he ran hard on that play.
Christian Luna, we talked about how good he is.
Right.
He made the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Garza with the ball. And this time he gives it to Hernandez. Another big run for him. He's going to get down to the 16-yard line, picks up 6 on that play. It's going to be a first down, and that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
Hey, you're okay with that. That means Juan Garcia comes over from the safety spot and makes a tackle. Why do I say that's okay? Well, because that means he's picked up some yardage up in the middle there. So nice play there by this offensive line.
And it is going to be first down and 10. This time it's going to be Hernandez, and he'll pull ahead for a couple.
Yeah, again, you got to admire the persistence of the Panthers, saying, "Hey, we're going to stick to this. We have a feeling that we're inches away from breaking one." And earlier, who am I to fight? Jesse already has a 71-yard run earlier this game, back in the first quarter. So they're going to stick with it, it looks like.
It's going to be second down and 9, pickup of 1 on the play. Panthers in their purple uniforms moving toward the north end zone away from the scoreboard here in the third quarter. And this time, Garza thinks about throwing the ball. He's going to keep it. He's got a lane in the middle, and he is going to get up to the 30. He is up near the 33-yard line before he finally gets thrown out of bounds. Pick up a 15 on the play, a first down. A J. Gonzalez Law Firm first down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
That's right. Nice big run there. He thought about throwing and nothing developed. So Rodney says, I'll do this myself. And boy, when he gets out there.
We saw the lane open.
Yeah, he says, you know what, I'm going to take this. Push shoved out of bounds there, but after a pickup of a first yard.
And it's going to be first down and 10. Weslaco still in their own territory at the 35-yard line. And this time, it's going to be Hernandez, and he goes one way now, goes the other way, and he is only going to get a yard. He ran about 10 yards to get one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's a flag once in that area where he was going to go through the first time. So it looks like it'd be a hold.
A Weslaco,
Number 59, offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
A Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
So for Weslaco, the theme of the game here has been penalties, who's been drive killers. For the Cardinals, it's been turnovers. So nobody's really capitalized on it. Panthers didn't capitalize. The Cardinals haven't capitalized.
See that lady still wearing the Cowboys mask, Dallas Cowboys. You gotta.
Somebody has to.
You gotta like her. She sticks with her team, win or lose, more or lose this year. Unfortunately,
that's a whole different story.
That's why we like being here at Weslaco. All right, it is going to be first down and 20, and Garza looks upfield. He's going to toss the ball, a little screen pass, and again, not much doing that time. And that pass on that particular play went out to. Let's see here. Was that Isaiah Dominguez, the tight end? Yeah.
The tight end. You don't have a lot of time here. He's going to get flushed out. Again, this defense putting pressure. The tight end is just out there. He's looking for an escape valve and finds a tight end.
Juan Garcia in on the tackle. Pick up a 4 on the play. It's going to be second down and 16. Ball down at the 28-yard line. Going to have to get it near the 44 in their own territory to get the first down. Rodriguez in motion one way, then comes toward the near side. Here is Garza, thinks about throwing the ball for a moment, but I think it was a design running play, and he's going to get down to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard. Call it a gain of 7 on that play.
Yeah, the tight end Isaiah Dominguez, who caught the ball earlier, tried to make a block downfield to try to spring him if he could, but he was tripped up. Rodney was. He really have a chance right there. And so nice blocking up ahead. If he would have continued to stay on his feet, he might have picked up more yards, but nice effort there by Rodney.
So it's going to be third down and 9. And again, this is what they need. They need to keep the ball. Run some time off the clock. They probably run about 4 minutes off the clock since they got it. This is going to be key if they're going to beat Harlingen, a very, very top team here in the Rio Grande Valley. Oh, bad snap that time, but Garza gets it. Going to throw the ball. Maybe that put people off, and it is almost caught down at the 30-yard line. I thought that maybe all the confusion might let the receiver get open. Was for a moment, and couldn't quite get it down there. And it was a nice attempt that time. And we'll take a look, and we see that it was Izzy De Leon.
Yeah, Izzy, I got to give credit where credit is due. That defensive back, Price, he got burned earlier in the game with a pass interference, but he goes deep. Yeah, he goes deep on that one. A nice play by the Panthers. They needed to get out of there, but nice coverage there by Price, and nice play by that young man to stop a big play.
Price had that big interference call against him. Remember early, that was key.
So Paul Price redeems himself on that play. Yeah, good play.
That time Price was all right.
He was all right, yeah.
Okay, it's Garza with the kick, and he is going to send it into territory. Gets a little bit of a favorable bounce, so it's down around the 30-yard line. That is where the visitors will start in their own territory. We do have 4:58 remaining in the third quarter. 7-6, Weslaco over Harlingen. This this is a lot of fan in the stand time right now. We're going to watch that. 7-6 again. It is Weslaco over Harlingen.
So I'm looking at what a fan in the stand now. You know, you got to be in your pod and you're safe. I'm trying to make a note of what pod the ninth to pick. Pod K. Okay. Future reference. Info for Fred. Future reference.
And we're back once again. Cardinals have the ball at their own 32. 1st and 10. This time it's going to be a running play, and it's going to pick up about 7-8 yards on that play. Once again, it is not Bell with the ball, but it is Keon Torres.
Yeah, Keon Torres is getting a heavy dose now of the yards.
Hurry up offense. 2nd down and about 3. And this time Torres has the ball once again, and he is going to be dropped maybe for a loss.
Yeah, and that kind of play, you can't wait for things to develop. This defense for the Panthers is too fast getting to the outside. You got to decide where you're going to go and make it happen. So he tries to wait, kind of cut it in, cut it out. That's just not going to happen. Coming up, making a big play for the Panthers is number 10, Jacob Denner from his defensive back spot. Nice
3rd
play.
down and 4. No gain on that play. Clock approaching 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Fast-moving quarter. And once again, a pass play. Joe puts it up, and perfect timing, pulls a flag. I really thought that he hit him just as the ball came.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'd love to see the replay on that one. All right.
That was almost simultaneously, maybe. But
Jesse Perez.
Yeah, the
defender
will tell us what that was.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a pass interference, it looks like.
Pass interference, number 23.
23, okay, it was 23.
15-yard penalty, automatic. 1st down.
Elian Rodriguez.
Yeah, Elian is a nice, talented safety. Came up and did his job.
Let's see
the replay. Rodriguez, the left-hander, rolling, throws, and that ball is going to be there. But as soon as that ball gets there, he gets hit. So, you know, it's a judgment call there by the official, and you got to take it, right?
And I'm sorry, I've watched a lot of football. I disagree with that.
Okay, hey, I get you. I get you.
I mean, it's a hard call to make. They don't have the replay like in the pros.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not trying to get tough on them, but I have to call it how I feel it. So.
Right.
Galvan was the one that was interfered with. I really thought they were, maybe like say down there, you can see things differently from that angle. All right. Again, a handoff. And this time, gain of about a yard. Not much doing on that time by Keon Torres. Did you think it was interference?
I thought they got there at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I thought, but I think the official was kind of hard pressed to make a decision.
Yeah.
And he had to.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's tough. Now, let me say, I'm sticking up for the officials also. It's a tough job.
Right.
Those are tough calls to make.
And
these officials, by the way, in the Valley are very good.
And it's going to be a big penalty for the Panthers if it stands. Looks like a horse collar.
Mm-hmm.
Personal foul. Horse collar tackle.
Yeah.
Number 8, defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic. 1st down.
That's a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Well, we said this. Penalties have done the Panthers, and it does it again, giving Harlingen life and really getting deep into Panther territory. For the other side, Harlingen has turnovers, fumbles. See what gives here, you know?
So 1st down and 10. Ball is at the 27-yard line. And there's a handoff, and it is going to be a gain of about 4 yards on that play. So Torres getting a lot of the work right now.
Yes, and he should be. You know, he's been pretty stable. He's been picking up nice yardage. Again, he's been the guy to get you to pick up the hard yards in between the tackles. Even though we didn't see that very much early on, now we're starting to see him kind of running right behind those big guys and picking up some tough yards.
2nd down and 6, pick up a 4. Ball down at the 23-yard line. Approaching 3 minutes left. Some defensive signals being called out there by Jesse Perez, you may see. And this time, once again, it is Torres, and he is going to get some good lateral pursuit. And he is going to be driven out of bounds. And a nice pursuit on that play by Elian Rodriguez.
Yeah, again, we're stressing the fact Elian is quick. He can get out there, man. Look at his speed. He's quick. But that defense, you better decide what you're going to do. Head out of bounds or put your head down. One of those two, and hope for better days ahead because, the hit is coming.
So it's going to be no gain on that play. 3rd down and 4. This is a very critical play.
It is.
Because it would be a very long field goal, approaching maybe 40 yards. And this may be a 2-play down. All right, there's the pass. The receiver is open, but at the last second, it is knocked away. A very nice job on defense that time, and that was by Jesse Perez, and it was a, let's see who was down there, 88, Ian Solis, the tight end.
Yeah, and nice play. You called it. This is going to make a long field goal.
Right.
For the Cardinals, trying to get on top of this ball game.
It's going to be about a 29-yarder maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So
this could be a fake. They might be trying to set something up.
Zach Sosita.
They might snap that ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harden.
I was a little worried because I was thinking the old trick play where they're kind of off the line, but they snap the ball quickly and get first down.
If you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco Sound Systems. Car alarms and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor.
Before Dania Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Dania Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dania Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And once again, this could give Harlingen the lead for the first time tonight.
Right, yeah.
First time tonight. We have 2:52 remaining in the third quarter. And actually, Sosita is the holder, okay? I want to make a correction there. And Solis, the tight end, is going to be the kicker.
There you go.
So, low snap. It's up, it's got some leg. And it is, they're waiting for the call.
The official.
Now, timeout. Weslaco.
Oh, wow.
They froze the kicker?
They called it right before the kicker
missed it?
No. Well, no, he didn't miss it. He got it.
Yeah.
See what's happened? They called the timeout right before they got it off. That was a smart play. So we'll be back and see maybe if they get the kickoff this time right after this.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Now, I guess, was there a penalty on that play?
And they called the timeout.
Well, but isn't the ball farther back this time, though?
No.
Isn't it back at the, it's back at like, or I'm
really?
not sure.
No, I don't think so. I think it's still the same.
Okay, just want to make sure.
40-yard field goal.
Okay, yeah, it is, you're right. So,
yeah, there
it goes, and it is no good. It looked like the first time it was good. Now, I wasn't down there.
Good timeout.
Good timeout. And that was a miss of about a 38-yarder, maybe.
Yeah, about 40-yarder. I like to round them off, give them credit. 40-yarder.
Well, it's 38, though. Again,
sweet.
So let's call official. But again, 40, you're right. You're right. I'm not trying to argue.
But I wonder if that was done on purpose.
I'm an anal guy when it comes to numbers.
I wonder if it was done on purpose or not. I wonder if coach said, "Hey, call a timeout." Now, last week there was a penalty on a kick, on a punt, and he called a timeout. And when he called that to do it over, it was a horrible punt after that, Coach Vento. So again, Coach Vento on a good call.
Did you think maybe he got it the first time? Again,
the first time, yes.
Yeah, it was so he had about again, we'll say 40-ish field goal. First down and 10, and this time nothing going. A strongish defensive effort that time knocks Jesse Hernandez for a loss.
Yeah, Angel Garcia is one of those guys that is a defensive player that can direct havoc in your offense, and he just did right there. They know it's coming. They kind of have an idea it's coming. So now as an offense, you kind of have to figure, hey, so what are we going to do here? This defense is starting to tighten up now.
All right, we're approaching 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And again, the ball is passed, and we are going to see Rodriguez break a tackle. He's got a first down. He's going to be out near the 40-yard line. Looked like he'd be thrown for no gain, maybe a loss. Instead, picks up 20.
Nice running there by Mel. It's the Yak, attack of the Yak, yards after the catch, and you have a perfect example on the replay. Catches that ball and gets it going.
And that's a J. Gonzalez Law Firm first down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
turns on the jet smell does and says, hey, guys, first down.
So it's first down and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. It is a Weslaco drive, maybe going to be productive. We see right now Garza keeps it, gets 4 on the play to the 44, moving toward the north end zone. And again, it's key that they run time off this clock. The Cardinals are just too dangerous on offense.
Right. And so I'm sure that the Harlingen High fans that are watching the game tonight from home are also saying the same thing. Hey, we got to get them off the field and put our offense back on there. You know, and Nathan Wett limps off the field. Keep an eye on that. Their star defensive end.
Yeah, he's big.
He's a big-time player, humble guy. Coach said, hey, if you watch him on the street, you'll never know he's a Harlingen Cardinal player.
Second down and 6, and this time a pass play, and it may be good for just a yard or two. Not much that time to the tight end, Isaiah Dominguez.
Yeah, tight end screen. If he would have stayed up, maybe had a chance. They were trying to set things up that way. Just couldn't grab the ball and go.
Real quick, wasn't there a substitution on defense tonight also for Weslaco?
Yes, Caleb Gomez, they were going to try on defense. We've been keeping an eye on it. He was part of a fumble recovery earlier in the third quarter.
And he's in for Ramos?
He's in for Ramos, who is injured tonight.
All right. So it is going to be third down and 5. Low snap. Garza has it. Good athlete. Throws the pass up. His man is open, and he has it. Mel Rodriguez gets it down at the 30-yard line, and it's a pickup of 30 yards.
They've been setting up that play for some time now. I have a feeling that's what they were doing. Run, and then some more run, and then all of a sudden they'll come across the field and picks up a big Panther first down.
All right, so it's going to be first and 10, the 29-yard line, and this time it's going to be a nice drive by Hernandez, but he's poking at his ankle there. Let's hope he's all right. He did a lot of leg drive to get that 6 yards.
Yeah, Hernandez, you know, it's a humid night out there. So maybe just a cramp or so, or at least that's what we're hoping for.
Well, we saw Jesse Hernandez go down after he picked up 5 yards. He pointed his calf, and while we were at break, he got up again, limped a little bit as he came up, but then started running, maybe just a cramp.
Yeah, and again, it's a humid night. You know, it's not terribly hot. There's some wind blowing, but you know, you lose a lot of fluid.
So it is going to be second down. We'll see if Signs is in there right now. He is. Pass play, and there's a whistle before the pass has gotten off. Again, we are going to see, I believe, Marcus Signs for the first time.
Clock ran out. Hydration timeout.
All right. Marcus Signs, the other running back for Weslaco, primary running back. And again, there's a timeout. If you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. And that is the end of the quarter, end of 3 quarters of play. And right now, the score is Weslaco leading 7-6. And we're about to begin the fourth quarter, brought to you by Sonic, home of the half-price cheeseburger on Tuesday evenings. Sonic, right down the road from Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Elaki Stadium. Thank you, Sonic, that is, in Weslaco, our fourth quarter sponsor. All right, we are getting back to action. Are you excited about the fourth quarter, Fred?
Well, you know what? I am, but then I'm going to tell you something. I was thinking about what both coaches said. Both Coach Stroman and Coach Gomez said, hey, we've had some trouble with this, we've had some trouble with that. Obviously, turnovers and penalties. Let's see what team can clear that up first. I think that'll determine your winner.
Moving toward the south end zone now is Weslaco. Ball at the 24-yard line in Cardinals territory. Marcus Signs gets his first run of the night. Again, second down and 5. He falls ahead maybe for 1.
You know, it's good to see Marcus get in there. Always, he did that last week. Got some snaps and no doubt got comfortable. But as soon as we mentioned that, Jesse's right back in there.
Jesse had a little bit of a cramp, came out. Now he's back in. So valuable to this team. What a week last week. Had 172 yards rushing, a touchdown of over, I think, 88 yards, if memory serves me correct. Again, caught a 30-yard touchdown pass, had 3 touchdowns total, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. So we know the value of Jesse Hernandez to the Weslaco team. And there he is once again, and he looks like he got enough for the first down. He needed 4, looks like he got 5.
Yeah, just zig when he needed to zig, and picks up a big first down.
And that's the J. Gonzalez Law Firm first down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm. Justice for all. It's inside the 20 now, so the Panthers have entered the Payne Auto Group red zone. Payne Auto Group, our red zone sponsor. First down and 10, ball at the 19-yard line in Cardinals territory. First minute of the fourth quarter, and this time Garza is going to go toward his right, has nobody open, thought about running the ball, that lane wasn't open, just decided to throw it away, no receivers were open.
Yeah, that nice play there. Again, Rodney showing his maturity as a quarterback and say, look, I can't run, can't throw, don't let nothing happen, try to control that, what he can control, and live to play another down. It's a second down.
And by the way, the coach said before this game, a lot of publicity about this game of the week in this region, but he said, the players, we just kind of didn't pay any attention, including social media. He said, let's just close all that out.
Yeah.
Just focus on the game, and I think so far Weslaco has. Obviously, Harlingen has too. Great coaching job by both staffs.
Right.
Second down and 10. After the incomplete pass, we see Garza. Hernandez still in the backfield. Screen pass to him, and he gets it. He's going to get down to the 15. He'll be down to the 11-yard line. Had to get to about the 9, so needs a couple more yards. Got about 8 on that reception.
Nice play dialed up by the Panthers here. They needed to get something going, and out of the backfield, wheel route there for Jesse. Jesse, a nice tackle by Price as well to push him out of bounds. Tonight gain more yardage. It's going to be a 3rd and short.
Okay, so they actually call it 4 where he went out, 3rd and 4. And this time, Garza's going to keep it. He may go all the way. He's at the 5, and he is in, but there's a flag. He got into the end zone. He ran the 12 yards, but a flag.
Oh, boy. You go back to what we were talking earlier, and here comes the official to make it official.
Holding. Number 2, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
And again, that is a Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
Coach Stroman said something interesting when we talked to him during the week. He said, look, Fred, what happens is this. When you start getting tired and your conditioning sometimes is not there, that's when you start grabbing. That's when you get tired and you start taking shortcuts. That's something that Coach Stroman said. And so I don't know if that's the case here, but let's see if these Panthers can overcome this situation Coach Stroman talked to his Panthers about.
Is that like when we get tired announcing and grab for the water?
That's it.
All right, Garza back to pass, and it is going to be upfield. He has a receiver open, knocked away at the last second. Oh my gosh, Rodriguez was open, and it looked like getting up there was Nate Rodriguez to knock it away.
And that is going to be a big-time penalty. They roughed up Rodney on a play. That's going to give him 15 and a first.
All right. It's a Weslaco Vision Source penalty.
Roughing the passer, hit below the knee, number 42 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
And that penalty call brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
When we're talking about big penalties, Harlingen just did their own version of it. Look at Rodney. He stands there, knows where he wants to go, and I guess that play happened right afterward. Good play there by both players. Mel was there. So was the safety there.
Rodriguez versus Rodriguez, I think.
They were both there.
Yeah. All right, so it is going to be 1st and goal to go at the 8-yard line. We see Rodney Garza calling out the signals, high snap, and he's going to keep the ball, and he is going to go nowhere.
Yeah, that defense was ready for that one. That probably the high snap threw the timing down a little bit.
But, he's good. Those high snaps, he's really good at getting the ball and not just losing the whole play. I think that was, even though that may have thrown off time, and still give a lot of credit to the defense.
Yeah, the issue was that, and we should have brought this out, it was actually the quarterback, a backup quarterback. It looked like Justin Rodriguez, it looked from here, was the backup quarterback. Because Ronnie had to come out after that penalty.
All right.
So that's what it looked like.
Is that what it was? Okay.
That's what it was. So you got very minimal yardage there by the quarterback and the quarterback keeper. The one play for the backup quarterback, and that's it.
So it's going to be, I guess, a loss of a yard actually. Second down and goal to go at the 9-yard line, and this time Garza has it, has a receiver open, can't get it to him, or does. Is it in or out? No, it's out of bounds. I thought it was, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Well, our replay again, we have
Izzy DeLeon.
Izzy DeLeon was out there. He was trying to tiptoe his way. They were looking for that out
in real
pattern.
time, I thought it was out of bounds. Let's see on the replay.
He goes up, and we're going to try to see if we can catch his feet. Up he catches it, I couldn't tell from here. But the official was right on it, so that brings up a third down.
And that's what I say, the officials 99% of the time get it right.
Right.
So. Okay, so it's going to be third down and goal to go from the 9-yard line. 9:20 remaining in regulation, but a long drive going back to the third quarter for the Panthers. And this time, it is going to be handed off to Hernandez. He is going to get down toward the 6-yard line, and that's going to be all knocked out of bounds.
And that's going to be another flag, and I have a feeling that unfortunately it's one of the guys, you know. We'll see the official here.
All right, awaiting the call.
Holding. Number 64, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay third down.
Weslaco Vision Source penalty brought to you by Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. Visit Weslaco Vision Source for all your eye care needs.
That's it. I mean, what do you do now? You know, at this point, you're kind of at that spot where these penalties really have hurt both teams tonight.
Well, you know what I try to do at this point is either get it where you get it down near the 2-yard line where you can maybe go for it on fourth down, or make it a more manageable possibility for a field goal, because if you get it, then it takes more than a field goal for the Cardinals to beat you.
Exactly. So you're thinking possessions here is what you're thinking about.
Because it is 9:09, and Weslaco has shown that they can keep the ball for a while.
Right.
The holding penalty has been declined. Brings up fourth down.
Okay, so.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 65 of the offense.
Wow.
15-yard penalty.
That knocks you out of field goal range.
I'd rather have taken the holding. You know, at this point, I mean, if I had a choice, but obviously I don't. But yeah, that 15-yarder is just as bad as the.
All right. Well, maybe you still are in field goal range. I'm not sure.
That's still just as bad as the previous play where Harlingen gave the Panthers a first down for that roughing the
clock
passer.
Operator, please reset the clock to 9 minutes, 15 seconds.
So
9 minutes, 15 seconds.
They're going to go for it. At 4th and 23, 4th and goal to go.
You've got to now.
I thought it'd be a really, really long field goal. Couldn't it be run back too, right?
It could be run back too. I mean, you're thinking, I don't know, you can't punt it. You know, a run is still in the play.
Well, I guess Garza could punt it if you want.
You could if you wanted to, real sky high. But it looks like they're going to go for it. And remember, Rodney Garza is the punter. He's the quarterback for the Panthers, so he can just kind of move up. And now it looks like, what is this? Now they're going to go into a punting situation, it looks like.
Not sure.
Field goal. They're going to try a long field goal here. Really?
Yeah.
That's a nice yard field goal.
Yeah, it's going to be a 40-yard attempt. Moran in there. Maynor Moran. 40-yard attempt. It's up. It looks like it might be good. And it is! 40-yard field goal.
Don't ever listen to me ever again.
Wow. Look at that young man, how happy he is. And that makes it 10-6. 9:07 remaining in regulation. Weslaco leads Harlingen. We'll be back in just a moment after we see the replay. Let's watch it. There it goes. Look at that one. That reminds me of that 65-yarder that was just missed in New Orleans by Carolina when I was there. It went just like that, but it went short. This one went over. We'll be back in just a moment. This is a K-West production. All right, along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. As we mentioned, 9:07 remaining in the fourth quarter, 10-6. Weslaco has led all the way against Harlingen. It's been a low-scoring game. I think some people did predict that.
Yeah.
And again, the main scoring, 71-yard touchdown the first quarter by Jesse Hernandez. Then the quarterback for Harlingen gets a nice run of 7 yards. Zunga. and now a 40-yard field goal. And that pretty much sums up the score. And the key, of course, was the missed extra point that went wide left after the touchdown for Harlingen.
And it forces Harlingen now basically to score a touchdown to take not just the lead, but to try to win this game. It's taking plenty of time, but that makes they're tough.
Lots of fans out here, as many as can be allowed, and they're all enthusiastic for both teams. Kickoff return is going to go down to about the 30, 35-yard line, up to the 40. Now breaking away, boy, just shedding tackles is Harlingen, and this may go all the way. It's down to the 20, and finally brought down from behind. Running the ball on that play was Eric Quintalan.
Eric Quintalan.
All right.
Man, he made everybody miss on that one.
That was an amazing run. Give the credit to that young man.
But there's a flag. Well, it looks like a flag,
Illegal block in the back. Number 22 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Right.
Depends where the spot was.
Yeah. All right. Looks like it's probably going to be around the 20-yard line. 20, more or less. 21-yard line. All right. So give him 10 yards. Still a great return.
Here's the return. And he just shed tacklers. I mean, this was some athleticism.
Yeah.
Watch this. Let's see if we can count him, all right? He's running.
One.
And we're not making fun of Weslaco here. It's just
Two, three, four, yeah.
We're talking about this young man's 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he just made an amazing run.
Well, you're trying to go for the ball instead of tackling the ball player.
And I'll tell you what, an amazing tackle by the kicker. All right.
Yeah.
Moran, who saved a touchdown.
He doesn't. He just put up points, but he tackles on special teams.
He did a nice job there.
Right.
So it is first down and 10 in Panthers territory at the 31-yard line. 8:46 remaining in regulation. Panthers lead by 4. So once again, it's going to be Torres at running back. He's going to make 4. We have not seen Bell much in the second half at all.
Right. He comes in on certain plays.
I don't know if he's been at all, though.
After that Wildcat that he was. After the Wildcat he was involved in the third quarter.
Well, that might be the only time we've seen him, at least in a while. I can't say for sure.
You got to wonder if you're a Harlingen Cardinal fan, when he's out there, he gives him a different dimension at running.
Yeah. So it's going to be a gain of 1. It's going to be second down and 9, ball at the 30-yard line. Both teams, I believe, have their full complement of timeouts. I'll check that in a moment. This time, it's a pass, a little screen pass, and it is going to go down to about the 15-yard line. So a pickup of 15 on that particular play, and it went to Galvan.
Yeah, Galvan has been the go-to guy when they need a big play. Obviously, he's a returner from last year. He's got a lot of confidence in what he can do with Zuniga, the quarterback. Nice pickup of first down for the Cardinals.
Yep. We all knew that he was an athlete. That's what he's listed as, an athlete.
Right.
That's his moniker, so to speak, how they put him on the roster, athlete, and you can see why. Zuniga, first name Joe, quarterback, gets some pressure, and he is going to decide to run the ball, and he's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. And there was some nice pressure on that play by Alex Munoz. He was among those rushing the quarterback.
Yeah, he had to react quickly. He was trying to go an underneath cast.
Right.
It looked like number 5 was going to be the guy, Vasquez, who was going to try to get the ball to.
And 44, who was that?
It never developed. Number 44, the linebacker for Weslaco High, made a nice play at Rafael Garza.
Okay.
Nice pressure right by him as well.
So we have no gain on that play. Second down and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. This time Torres gets it. He's got some room to the right. He is going to get a first down to about the 2-yard line. So he gets about 12 or 13 on that rush. It's going to be first down and goal to go inside the 5.
Right. He just put his head down and he said, "Hey, we're just going to try to score here and try to get the lead."
We have a timeout, and if you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. Again, a very critical time for the defense. Harlingen has not had the lead in this game yet. 6:50 remaining. Remember, early in the game, it was that long run, 71 yards for Jesse Hernandez. And so far, it has been Weslaco keeping the lead all the rest of the way, but they definitely will have to be up to the task right now. Cardinals have 4 downs to try to punch it in from 2 yards out. A daunting task. We'll have to wait and see.
And really set up by the excellent return by Eric Ilantan on that play. Special teams, a big play there. Brought him in deep into Panther territory. And really from there, Harlingen has been able to take control.
So again, first and goal to go at the 2. Heading toward the north end zone. Still the Weslaco fans say we're number 1 and we can stop them. Only time will tell. Again, spread formation back at about the 8-yard line. And now here's the quarterback keeper. He's going to try to dive in, and second effort puts him in. So a nice 2-yard run by the quarterback. He got what he lined up at about the 7, so he had about 7 yards to run, picking up speed, picking up strength, and there he went in. Zuniga.
Yeah, Zuniga here, excellent play by him. I mean, he did exactly what he had to do. Maybe jumped a little bit before the pile was there, but didn't matter because he landed on his feet and touchdown Cardinals.
Extra point attempt coming up in just a moment. Joseph Garza will attempt the extra point. The other one they had tonight went wide left, and this one is good. So we do have 6:44 remaining in regulation, and right now we see the Cardinals are leading Weslaco for the first time tonight, 13-10. No reason to panic yet. Weslaco still with 2 timeouts, so do the Cardinals.
You know, in talking to Coach Gomez today, a little earlier today, we talked about Zuniga, the left-handed quarterback. We were talking to the coach, and he said, you know, he's a humble kid, loves to wear the bird on his helmet, you know, the cardinal. And he says, you know, he's exactly what we're looking for. The type of athlete, works hard. You know, he holds down a part-time job as well, so we're just giving you some of these highlights. This young man that just scored and take the lead for the Harlingen Cardinals has been able to achieve a true definition of a student athlete, Joe Zuniga, the quarterback, and big props to him as he gets the Cardinals on the scoreboard, and now they lead it 13-10. So the question is, what will the Panthers do now? A long, drawn-out possession is obviously something you would like to see with an ending of a touchdown. Will that be? We'll see.
Well, we have the kickoff coming. It's taken at the 15-yard line, and it will be brought back to about the 30. So nice return on that play by Mel Rodriguez.
So at the 30-yard line, that's where the Panthers are going to get going. You know, I was speaking of coaching. I asked Coach Gomez this earlier. I said, hey, Coach, we always want to know it's something to look out for, somebody who makes an impact. And I was thinking he was going to say players, but he said, I wanted to give credit to my staff. And I was thinking, wait a minute, that's interesting. He said, look, I love my players and they work hard. But you know, my staff has been nurses, have been parents, have been responsibility people that take care of the boys and the young men. So I really got to give a shout out to the offense and defensive coordinators for Harlingen.
2 running backs this time in the backfield. Jesse Hernandez with the ball, and he will only get about a yard before he is taken out of bounds. Good lateral pursuit on that play by Nate Rodriguez.
Yeah, they're bringing in their safeties as soon as a runner's coming down. They bring in their safeties, and they have some good ones. Number 26 back there. We mentioned his name all night tonight. Juan Garcia is back there. We've had Nate Rodriguez, another safety. Those guys are tacklers from the safety spot.
So right now we do have Mel Rodriguez and Jesse Hernandez in the backfield. And this time Hernandez goes ahead and he gets a good head of steam. Going to be a little short of the first down, but probably picked up about 7 on the play.
A nice running, again, in the middle. That offensive line has to, you know, if they have anything else, they got a breather now, so they can see if they can start opening some of these holes.
3rd down and 1, ball at the 38-yard line. Weslaco in their own territory. And this time, it's going to be quarterback keeper for Garza, and he is going to get the first down. He needed 1, got 2.
Now, on the play there was number 37 for the Cardinals, Esben Zuniga. He's another active linebacker.
Yeah, one of their top ones.
That they have here with this Harlingen Cardinal team. So now you're starting to see the Panthers kind of slowing it down a little.
Like to use up that time. Wouldn't mind scoring probably in the last minute of the game. All right, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. And this time, it's going to be another handoff. And Hernandez is going to pick up about 3, so it will be 2nd down and 7.
And Jesse has that unique ability. That first step that he takes, watch it on the replay. He grabs it and boom, step out of the way and get into another hole to pick up a yard or 2 extra.
They're going to call it 2nd down and 7 again. Pass play, little screen, and this time Mel Rodriguez has it, and he is going to be stopped short several yards from a 1st down, picked up about 5 on the play.
Nice change of play, a change of pace play for the Panthers. Everybody kind of focusing on the run, throw it out there, and a quick wide receiver screen looks like just kind of rolls out of the middle there, just is open to pick up. It's like another extension of the run, you know. It's basically what that is.
Juan Garcia among goes in on the tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Clock approaching 4 minutes remaining here in regulation. And the ball is at the 48-yard line in Weslaco territory. And again, we are going to see the ball given to, I believe, Hernandez. And he will be very close to the 1st down, maybe a little bit short, depends on if he gets a favorable spot.
I mean, you just can't get enough of seeing this. I mean, look at the running that Jesse brings. I mean, I don't know if you're going to see it on replay, but he comes up, he makes 2 steps right before he even makes a cut to get going forward. I mean, he's watching, reading his blocks.
And that's a J. Gonzalez Law Firm 1st down. J. Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all. So 1st and 10 at midfield. 3:44 remaining. This time, once again, a handoff, and not much doing, maybe a yard. So Hernandez does not get much on that play.
And they're just kind of playing a little bit of bully ball, just kind of see who pushes back and who pushes forward. You know, that as a defense you get tired, as an offense you get tired. It's going to test the conditioning of both offense and defense here.
2nd down and 9. Time will soon become a factor.
Right.
2 timeouts remaining for each squad. Panthers with the ball. Rodney Garza rolls to his right and has a little pass. He tries to dump off, and his receiver is covered well, so he just throws it out of bounds. And the intended receiver on that play was Izzy DeLeon.
Yeah, they're trying to find Izzy, and there was really nothing there. He rolls out, wants to see something, looking for something, and he just throws it away. Nice play. No, don't turn it over.
And of course, I believe this is going to be 4-down territory.
And I think it'll be a timeout.
If you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. And while we have a moment, let us recognize some of the people that make this possible tonight.
Sure.
Of course, Carlos Robledo, our director, and also Mike Gonzalez. He's working on some stats or things right now.
Right.
But he'll be down for the post-game show with Carlos later. And also we have the lady that tells us what to do around here, Darlene Gracia, our graphic artist. And we have Joe Leal, who makes sure we can talk on the air, our audio technician. Mike Palacio, who runs it all upstairs, our chief videographer. Our videographers on the field, Don Ramirez, Val Zamora, Vinny Berry, and also our field camera operator, Armando Briones. And we have replay operator, and that's Adrian DeLeon. And of course, KWS Secretary Mina Garcia, who makes sure we gets our stats and all the things we need during the week. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Back to pass is Garza, and he is sacked. And the ball is loose, but I believe he was down. Couple guys in on that sack. So it's going to be 4th and very long.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. Harlingen is going to give you pressure. That's one thing they're going to do.
And by the way, Herta thought that it was a fumble. The guy you said was the big defender, Nathan Herta.
Yeah, Nathan Herta comes back.
We saw him for a moment, but again, now let's see where they mark the ball. Is there a penalty? Let's see. Okay. We see Garza go back. We knew there would be good pressure, and there he goes down. And the ball comes loose.
Yeah, it's a safety blitz. They bring guys, they disguise their
37
coverages.
was among those in on the tackle.
They disguise their coverages to try to bring it. Now they're going to play just a dime defense and hoping Weslaco can get a pass interference or something.
Yeah, 4th and 16.
Timeout. Weslaco. This is your 3rd and final of the half.
If you're looking for a dependable car audio and alarm company, stop by Extreme Car Audio in Weslaco. Sound systems, car alarms, and LED light bars available at Extreme Car Audio, our timeout sponsor. And I guess this is it, right, for Weslaco? I mean, basically, they have no timeouts left, and the Cardinals can run out the clock if it gets turned over on downs.
You know,
I know there could be a fumble
yeah,
or something,
I mean,
but they would go to the victory formation.
Right, basically, I mean, you can't do anything. You can't stop the clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would do it. So this 4th down is going to be a big play to determine if you can get a first down. Now they go deep. Well, Harlingen looks like earlier they were going to play the pass all the way. Doesn't look like they're bringing any pressure. So there's going to be a chance maybe if a receiver can get down the field, and Rodney can throw the ball. He's got an arm on him. So we'll see if he can try to see if he can pass the ball deep and get a receiver. Now, can they get there quick enough? This defense of Harlingen is mighty, mighty quick. We'll see.
Yeah, good chance if this is complete for a first down, a pass or a run, it's going to make the highlight reel for the season, depending on what happens the rest of the way. All right, 4th down. Garza back. Got some time. Pressure starting to come in. Throws the ball up. And is it Rodriguez has it?
It is.
Rodriguez has it at the 28-yard line. And the ball is at the 45, and it goes down to 28.
That's a first down for the Panthers.
My gosh.
And we said, just throw it up there. He's got an arm. And what a play by Rodney Goddessa. Hit it well right on stride. Look at that. Wow. He bubbled it and then caught it. Wow.
Highlight reel. 27 yards, and that's a Jay Gonzalez Law Firm first down. Jay Gonzalez Law Firm, justice for all.
That changes things, doesn't it?
Yes, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
You said highlight reel. Boy, the guys from back up on top are gonna have a fun time with this one, trying to put this one together.
Keep in mind, we say highlight reel. The game could go to overtime.
Right.
They may not get a touchdown.
Right.
But if they can get into field goal range, we saw the young man, Moran, a couple of minutes ago, hit a 40-yarder.
Right.
And he's not quite in that range yet, but he will be soon. So the ball's at the 27. Right now, it would be a 45-yard attempt. And this time, Garza back to pass. He's got pressure. Can he get it off? No, and he just throws it away. Throws it into the ground.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. Avoided the sack.
Right. They've come far to get this far and to get an interception or get a sack. So Harlingen now, this is interesting. Are they going to bring pressure? Are they going to let some of the runners run loose in the backfield? Or are they going to play pass and try to contain that pass? Because that's where the Panthers are going.
Remember, this is 4-down territory, so he's got at least 3 more plays to get a first down. 1:41 remaining, no timeouts for Weslaco. I believe 1 for the Cardinals. Just 1 back in the backfield now, Hernandez. And now a pass play, and it's knocked away. I don't think it was a fumble. I think his arm was in motion. We'll have to see the call.
Yeah, it might have been either way. The Panthers get it back, but boy, he goes back, and nice jumping on there. The Panthers jump on it, regardless of what it was.
Yep. All right, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line. So I guess they say it was a fumble, right?
It looked like it, yeah.
3rd and 25. Fumble, and this time it's going to be a pass play, and it is going to get down to the 34. The bad thing for the Panthers, though, the clock continues to run, and that was Isaiah Dominguez, the tight end with the ball, and he's going to pick up maybe 5, 6, 7 yards. We'll see where they mark it. Mark it down at the 35-yard line. 49 seconds, clock is running, pickup of 10 on the play.
So now 4th down.
4th and 15.
They're coming. They're
Oh,
coming.
yeah, you got to believe that. So this time Garza has it. He's going to throw it downfield. Has a receiver open at the last minute. It is knocked away at the last second. Joe Maldonado, a guy whose name we haven't really called tonight, but we did last week. It's knocked away at the very last second. Looked like Juan Garcia may have had the paw up there. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Juan was there, man. Just talk about timing and talk about how it comes. Look at just at the very end. He just comes up and just kind of takes it away from him. 2 of the Cardinals back there, both Juan Garcia and Dominic Flores, another corner that plays safety, was back there. And boy,
what a game.
Boy, what a game.
So what's going to happen right now, if this score holds up, which I believe it will, the Cardinals will win, and they would outright clinch a title appearance, right? District 32-6A.
Basically, that would be the district champion in this side, the east side of the zone. Remember, they broke it down into teams.
And they would go to 4-0 overall, 3-0 in district.
Right.
Weslaco would drop to 1-1 in district after their victory over Harlingen South last week, 28-14, but very much still in it for the playoffs.
Right, Weslaco would have to win next week to get an outright
Donna North
to get into the playoffs. But right now, the 2 teams on this side on the east side of 32-6A, I'm sorry. It is Harlingen and Weslaco. It looks like they're going to be the two representatives. Then they play the west side the east side of that. And that would be, of course, we're talking about San Benito. We're talking about Hanna. We're talking about all those guys that would come in, and then they would play each other, and positioning and all that comes into place. But yeah, the Panthers are in good shape. A lot of things that could have been there, shoulda, coulda, but didn't quite happen.
Joe Zuniga, a couple touchdowns tonight. Big one here in the fourth quarter of 2 yards. Also had a 7-yard one in the first half. Of course, the touchdown tonight for the Panthers early in the game. First quarter, Jesse Hernandez, 71-yarder, and then also the 40-yard field goal. So that sums up the scoring. We're going to get out of here in just a moment. We'll be back here 7 o'clock. Very much, we hope so, at least. You never know these days, but we hope we're here next Friday, 7 o'clock, Bobby Lackey Stadium.
And if I'm not correct, I'm going to stop you there. I believe that might be a Thursday night game. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, all right.
You know, things change in schedule.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so we'll keep in tune, and we'll tell you. So once again, final score, 13-10. It is a victory by the Harlingen Cardinals over the Weslaco Panthers. For Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. Have a safe weekend. This has been a K-West production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Knapp Medical Center post-game show, where it is a loss for the Weslaco Panthers tonight, losing to the Harlingen Cardinals 13-10. Kind of what we would expect in this football game, a close contest. We expected there to special teams to play a role tonight. We expected defense to play a role. We didn't expect so many penalties to take place in this game. It was a sloppy game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, and but that's what usually happens when it's Weslaco versus Harlingen. We'll get to your comments here in just a minute. Mike, let's go ahead and roll the highlights in this one, because it started off with fireworks in the first quarter. Jesse Hernandez got the ball right here, and he takes off 60-plus yards for the score. This is in the first quarter, and it's 7-0. Weslaco Panthers going up against this awesome defense. They score right away. And then it was the Panther defense also that looked sharp early on in the game, because they had plenty of turnovers. I lost count, I don't know how many, but here's one of them right here as the pressure was being applied, and then the interception by the Panthers, and they were in business right there. But the Harlingen Cardinals come right back. Still here in the second quarter, Joe Zuniga goes in for the score. They would attempt the extra point, but it would be no good. So the Panthers led 7-6 right here in the second quarter. More highlights in this game as the Panthers in a close nip and tuck game for this one, and this is a quarterback running with the ball right here. Zuniga loses it, and it's recovered by the Panthers. Cesar Gomez with a fumble recovery, but the Panthers can't convert after that fumble recovery. And we'll go to the next highlight right here, and it's going to be the Panthers once again. Another fumble recovery. This is a second fumble recovery, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception at this point in the game. Again, though, the Panthers cannot convert on the turnover, but the defense was playing well. As we said, it was a sloppy game. We go to the third quarter now. And this is the Cardinals inside the 5-yard line, and they lose the ball again. Another turnover for the Weslaco Panthers as they're able to get the ball on that point right there. So the Weslaco Panthers hanging tough with the lead. This is about the entire game until, yes, a 40-yard field goal by Maynard Moran, and the Panthers were up 10-6, but then the Cardinals put together a nice little drive here in the fourth quarter. Joe Zuniga with another score right here, 13-10 with 6:44 left on the clock, and the Weslaco Panthers trying to put together a nice drive. And here we go in the fourth down right here, Mel Rodriguez with an incredible catch to keep the drive alive. And then the Panthers again, they had to convert on fourth down again, and they go down the field, and Rodney Garza looking for Joaiden Maldonado, but it's tipped out of his hands and falls incomplete. And the Weslaco Panthers follow this game by a final score of 13-10. A lot of penalties in this game, a lot of turnovers as well. Mike Gonzalez, and I know Rodney Garza also took a big sack late in the game. Close game, kind of what we expected.
It was, Carlos, another chapter to this story. Rivalry between the Cardinals and the Panthers came down to the wire just like we thought. A lot of big plays on defense, a lot of big plays on special teams, but It all came down to the turnovers, Carlos. The Panthers got 3 turnovers tonight, but got 0 points out of it. And anytime you get turnovers, usually you win the ball game. But unfortunately, the Panthers just couldn't convert the turnovers. But with that being said, I just got to give a lot of credit to the Harlingen Cardinal defense. They are an outstanding unit led by Manny Gomez, the head coach, also calls the defense. They were ready to play. Rodney was in the pocket, couldn't find his receivers at times, and was under a lot of pressure. And they're trying to get the running game going. They had some success, especially early on in the game, but just couldn't get those big yardage when they needed. And the Cardinals were able to get some sacks at the end and stop the Panthers in the last drive.
Special teams played a factor tonight. A missed field goal, missed extra point by Harlingen, a missed field goal by Weslaco, a made field goal by Weslaco, a big return for Harlingen. We didn't talk about that, but a big return after the Panthers score that field goal to take the lead. Harlingen got the ball and had a big return to near the 30-yard line, and that set them up for that touchdown by Joe Zuniga.
And well, you got to give credit to the kicker for the Panthers because he's the one that saved that touchdown because he just kicked a 40-yard field goal to give the Panthers a 10-6 lead, and then Harlingen with a big-time play on special teams on that return, and it looked like the returner was going to go all the way, but give credit to the kicker for making that stop. And then there was a penalty that backed Harlingen up a little bit, but yet they were still able to drive down and score the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, I counted a lot of penalties. I counted just 7 penalties for the Weslaco Panthers just in the second half. I started counting the second half. First half, I saw a lot of them, a lot more. There was holding, there was personal fouls, and just a sloppy game. I think we kind of saw a little bit, and this is usually what happens when you play against a good team. You see that the Panthers are not at midseason form, and that one extra or the 2 extra games that Harlingen had, it really showed tonight.
And I think there was one possession, Carlos, where they actually drove the ball inside the 30, close to the 20, and then they got a penalty, and then they got an unsportsmanlike penalty to drive him further back, which made the drive a little more difficult, and weren't able to score. So just like you say, it was a little sloppy, and unfortunately they weren't able to just kind of hold their cool a little bit. And the official called a penalty, an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play, so it went from a 3rd down to a 4th down, which was a big play.
Yeah, on a good note, on a positive note, the Panther defense did look good. You know, anytime you hold a team to 2 touchdowns the way they did, and a pretty good explosive team like the Harlingen Cardinals, they scored I think they scored in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter, but they played very, very well. Ethan Zamora was all over the place once again. I think they kind of contained him a little bit after that first quarter. Josh Burgett also had a big game on defense. And what about Mel Rodriguez? I mean, talk about an athlete who can catch the football and do some things once he gets into that offense a little bit more. That's something to build around for the offense.
No doubt about that. Anytime you have a player like Mel Rodriguez and a quarterback like Ronnie Garza, you can tell after 2 games that that's going to be his go-to guy moving forward and coming up with big catch on 4th and 16. And unfortunately, the Panthers weren't able to extend the drive and score the go-ahead run. But going back to the defense, give credit to Cesar Gomez. We saw in the highlights with the interception, had a fumble recovery tonight. Jesse Perez, I thought, did a great job on the outside linebacker. Caleb Gomez from the free safety spot made a couple of open field tackles. And you mentioned Ethan Zamora dominated the first quarter. I think the Cardinals realized that we cannot go toward Ethan Zamora. We got to run away from him or throw away from him. And once they started doing that, they were able to run the ball. They found something there, and then the run led to the pass. And after that, the Cardinals were able to drive the ball a little bit better and had success and scored when they needed to score, 13 points.
All right, so we can kind of update the zone playoff format now. So Harlingen now will go on and play their 3-0. They won their 3 zone games. They will now move on to play for the district championship. Most likely against Hannah, and that'll take place,
December 4th, probably.
December 4th.
Time to be determined.
Some here in my notes.
Yeah.
The Weslaco Panthers are now 1-1. They win next week. They will finish at 2-1. They play Donna North here, homecoming game. If they win next week, then they move to the zone playoffs.
So what happens is the Panthers do secure the number 2 spot in the West, then they would play the number 3 in the East, which would be either San Benito or I believe Los Fresnos, which would likely be Los Fresnos, yeah. So it would be a rematch from last year's by-district round.
Yeah, and it could be back-to-back games as well because the Weslaco Panthers, they'll play Donna North next week, and then they'll play Los Fresnos in that final game of the regular season, and then perhaps maybe a first-round game for them.
Possibly.
So still a lot of football to be played in this game. Weslaco Panthers, some things they got to clean up. most definitely, but a very, very exciting game. Usually that's what happens when you're playing against the Harlingen Cardinals.
No doubt about that. Again, another chapter added to this historic rivalry, and it was a great game. I think the fans enjoyed it. Like we mentioned, it was a little sloppy, but in the end, if you like defense, we had a lot of big hits, a lot of big plays, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the crowd, both sides of the field, we have the social distancing, and we don't have a capacity crowd because of COVID-19, but they were loud tonight and a lot of fun, and football is definitely back here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. All right, well, that'll do it. Weslaco Panthers fall tonight 13-10. For Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Romero. We'll see you next time on K-West.